welcome to Monday's edition of System Magic. As always, we are your hosts. My name is Greg, this is Andrew, and we are back for our second stream in a row with some Pioneer Is It Drakes, aka Zoomer Drakes, aka SPF. And yeah, we had a great time streaming this deck on Friday. That stream went really, really well, and we were so impressed that we wanted to give it yet another chance to thrive in our stream with some minor changes. So Andrew, would you like to tell us about our minor changes?
Yeah, well, the first thing I did was I added a 22nd land. Mostly because, well, first of all, I think by the numbers 22 lands is probably right.
Okay.
And my reasoning is, okay, if you had no cantrips in your deck, I believe this would be about a 24 land deck.
Yeah.
So then the question is, how many lands could you cut for 8 cantrips? I think the answer is like somewhere around 2.5.
Okay, yeah.
And then I want to be on the lower end of that 2.5 because my intent is to sometimes cast by Field Hazard.
Right.
So I settled on about 22 lands from that rough math. And so I was like, okay, well, the deck was just playing 21. So I just basically straight up added a Stormcarved Coast. I also just kind of think this deck never floods. I don't know, it's a 4 Fable, 4 Treasure Cruise deck, like, come on, like, what can go wrong?
And hey, Fake News MTG, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow!
Yeah, so then I went through many different iterations of cutting Abrades and cutting Brotherhood's Ends and trying things out in the sideboard. But I mostly ended up back where I began. Basically what I realized was, so after trying cutting Abrades and Brotherhood's End many times, I eventually came to the conclusion that you sort of need the ability to, on occasion, cut all or most of your spell pierces.
Okay.
Because against, like, mono white, especially if they, like, don't have that many, like, other non-creep... Like, especially if they have only wedding announcements, you, like, can't afford to play that many spell pierces.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So, you kind of need a bunch of cards stored in there.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to play 4 anti-white cards, they might as well have other applications.
Right, okay.
And then I was like, well, if I don't play Abrades... So I don't really think you need them for Rakdos Hack, to be honest. I mean, I think they're fine there, but I don't think it's a big deal. My main experience was that I found... If I didn't have any Abrades and my opponents boarded in Hearses, I had relatively few answers. And Hearse is pretty annoying for this deck because it turns off your blitzes.
Right.
So, for example, I played against a random Gruul matchup, which isn't a popular deck, but randomly I placed Gruul, and then they had Hearse, and then I couldn't kill it, and then I also couldn't kill any of their larger creatures because I couldn't blitz. Or, like, I played against a Greasing opponent who boarded the card in. Greasing often plays, like, 1 to 2 of that card.
Yeah.
And then, like, all of my Fire Impulses were turned off, and all my blitzes were turned off. And then it was very annoying to kill Greasefang.
Right.
So in the end, I came back around to playing 2 Abrades.
Okay.
After I tried like 3 Brotherhood Ends for a while. I tried many things. But I also sort of at the same time, the whole time I was trying all this stuff, I kept boarding in 3 Maze Mind Tomes and then drawing 2 of them and then being very sad.
I see.
And it's just kind of like, I don't know, we're an 8 cantrip deck. We see a lot of cards. I only want to see 1 Maze Mind Tome per game.
Yeah.
I kind of think the right number is maybe just 2.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I went down to 2 Maze Mind Tomes to fit in my 3rd Alpine Moon, and everything else the same. So that's like what happened with my sideboard. I showed you that I had like 0 Braids at some points. I had more Brotherhood's Ends. I had less Brotherhood's Ends. I tried a lot of configurations for these 4 slots, but I mostly ended up liking the 2/2 spot that I started with.
Nice.
So anyway, that's where I'm at the deck. And when the card I cut from the main was the Fires of Victory, which I basically hated at all times. I still have this one, Fading Hope. It's pretty whatever, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, why would that worry me? Of course, Azax is playing Stock Green. Stock Green is broken. Yep. Anyway, yeah. So that's where I'm at on Zoomer Drakes. I wouldn't say that I've done anything too radical, but honestly, my results of this deck, just like in random leagues or whatever, has been pretty, like, phenomenal. I rarely lose when I play this deck. So I still think it's good. I don't know if it's I don't know if I think it's, like, busted or unbeatable or anything like that, but yeah, I think it's one of the better decks in the format, and I'd still like to explore it a little more on stream.
Nice.
That's, like, pretty much where I'm at on Zoomer Drakes.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to...
Yeah, I was going to say, hypothetically, let's pretend this deck had a different matchup portfolio. Would you like to discuss any particular matchup percentages and how you feel about them emotionally?
Yeah, so today I basically just, threw a grenade on Productive Magic Discourse by tweeting a hypothetical. And so for those who didn't see the hypothetical, the deck's called SPF because it stands for Spell Pierce Fable, mostly.
Spell Pierce Fable,
There's a long nonsense explanation as well. But anyway, so just tweeted hypothetical, which is, consider a hypothetical Pioneer deck that has a 0% matchup against the 3 most popular decks and a 100% matchup against every other deck in the format. And the question is, how good is this deck? Okay? And the reason I think this question is interesting is because I posted a Twitter poll, and in my opinion, almost every person who voted on the poll is just wrong regarding how good this deck would be. And also, I think it illustrates an important point about Pioneer. So bear with me, chat. Bear with me, chat, while I explain this. So, hypothetically, this deck is good against about 70% of the field. In Pioneer, the top 3 most popular decks are only about 30% of the field. So, if you had a 70% win rate, that would be a win rate, on par with, actually better than the best players in the world at the Grand Prix level.
Yeah.
PV's Grand Prix win rate is below 70%. And PV's maybe the best player of all time.
Yeah. So,
it's a completely obscene win rate. Now, you have no agency. You have no ability to affect your outcome at all. You're all 100 zeros or 0 hundreds. That's the high point of the goal. But you just win 70%, so does that even matter? And then there's the question of the winner's metagame, which is an important consideration here, which is that, okay, so round 1 of tournaments and round 10 of tournaments aren't the same metagame Magic, right? The decks that are better tend to be a higher percentage of the field.
Yeah.
As it goes on, nobody reaches around 1 million playing garbage decks, or at least it happens relatively infrequently.
Yeah.
But the thing is that in Pioneer, the most popular decks don't actually have amazing win rates as a class.
Really?
Well, consider that at the moment, the 3 most popular Pioneer decks are Rakdos Midrange, Mono Green, and Azuri's Control, according to MG Goldfish.
Okay.
All right. So, over the RCs as a whole, Green had a consistently about 55% win rate.
Okay.
Both Rakdos and Azuri's Control had below 50% win rates across the RCs.
Okay.
So what this suggests is that the winner's metagame may contain less of the most popular decks than the rest of the field, which means that your deck doesn't get worse as the turn goes on, it might get better in Pioneer. Which means, hypothetically, a Pioneer deck that has this matchup profile, I think is unreal. I think it's not the situation is not I would play it. The situation is I would play it for every tournament that I was ever allowed to. I would advocate for its banning. I believe it would be the best deck by unbelievable miles. In fact, what would eventually force this deck out of the format would be so good, it would push the decks other than the top 3 popular decks out of the format.
Right.
And then the top 3 popular decks would become good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway,
suddenly, you'd only be able to show up at tournaments playing Rakdos,
Green, and Azuri's Control. Yeah, all our decks would be forced out. That's I believe what would really happen with this deck. So yeah, basically, yeah. It eventually will force itself out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the point of this hypothetical. And the reason hypothetical is important is because I feel like a lot of the time when people are selecting decks in Pioneer, they're like, well, how could you play deck X? Have you considered that can never beat deck Y for some deck?
Yeah.
And kind of the point that I'm making is that doesn't really matter. No deck in Pioneer is so popular that even if your win percentage against it was literally 0, that would be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
There is no deck that matters. There's no, limited test format. If your deck can't beat Rakdos, you can't play. Pioneer isn't really like that. It's just not what the format's about.
Yeah.
That's my, take on Pioneer. And so, when I'm selecting decks in this format, you kind of do something complicated in your head where you're kind of considering the aggregate win rate across a very broad field.
Yeah.
And that's very, difficult to, keep in your head at once. Because it's easy to say, these, 3 decks your deck is bad against are all trending upwards. What are you doing? Well, but, it turns out that just, kind of doesn't matter. That's the point. And so,
Arizax, have you considered that your flaw is that you're a bit like Charmeleon, or Mono Green's flaw?
Well, so, I think Mono Green has kind of been on top of the heap in a lot of the win rate data right now. For example, Mono Green's the best win rate. But if you ask, why is Mono Green maybe the best deck in Pioneer? Well, the answer is, overall, against all decks, its aggregate win rate is slightly better than average. It's not you can be this is how the metagame's trending, and this is helpful. It's really not like that.
Yeah.
It's really there's a bajillion matchups, and overall, its percentage is the best.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Pioneer is. And so that's very hard to think about. But that's the point of the hypothetical, is that people don't understand that that's what Pioneer is about. Pioneer isn't about beating Rakdos, Green, and Azuri's. That's what Standard's about. Standard's about, you take the top 3 decks, if you can beat them, you broke it.
Yeah.
Pioneer's be generally good.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
that's the one hypothetical.
Yeah, and I think that Bomac Courier, what you just said, is a really great takeaway. You know, if you're looking to learn something from this chat, that, you know, play a good deck you're comfortable with is a great strategy for tournaments, and there are many, many, many options. And we like to show off a lot of them to you here on System Magic.
Well, yeah, it's not to say that, like, deck strategy doesn't matter, that all decks are equally good. Like, I think that isn't really true.
Yeah.
It's just more like, well, like, there's no one silver bullet to make your deck bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, one example I think this phenomenon in action is the Spirits phenomenon. Spirits has a pretty good win rate. It's a pretty good deck in Pioneer right now.
Yeah.
Totally reasonable choice for your next tournament. Spirits, like, is really not good against Rakdos.
Yeah.
It's also not very good against Steam Vents decks broadly.
Yeah.
Both of those things are popular. It's still fine to play Spirits.
Yeah.
Like, it beats a lot of other stuff. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's, like, I don't know. That's kind of where Pioneer's at. Anyway, also to answer your question, are the sample size small? Yes, the sample sizes are always small. This is Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
We don't get large sample sizes here. That's the entire ball game. If you aren't capable of generalizing sample sizes, you are really not capable about making statements about Magic, which means, like, kind of you can't escape it. That's the entire ball game.
All right, I think we've had enough nonsense. I think it's time to fire it off.
Yeah. Okay. We can fire it off. Oh wait. Sorry. I need to get. I'm short play points. 1 second. It's because I did poorly in the challenge this weekend. 1 second. Sorry, chat. 1 moment.
Ooh, Paolo.
I need to get enough play points.
Ooh, a cool looking something.
Sorry. brief intermission of the stream while Andrew opens some chests. You know.
They didn't even have to pay for this. The Great Henge.
Remember when Mono Green played that card in the sideboard?
No.
Petridge Farm Rivers. Ooh, nice. Nice Mold Grab monstrosity.
Did Mono Green ever play that in the sideboard?
No.
Dang. Did Mono Green ever play that in the sideboard?
Hardened Skills? No, but it did play 35 play points in the sideboard. It was a funny coincidence.
Nice.
All right. We did it.
A nice Liberator Urza's Battlethopter?
Well, it's very simple. I don't want to spend ticks when I can spend play points. Just ever. Like, it doesn't really matter whether chests are going up or down or what have you. Mostly opening chests is pretty good EV.
Yeah.
And so as long as I need play points, I just open chests instead. That's pretty much my algorithm.
Yeah. Or if chat redeems it, then you have to open chests.
Because most of my tickets will eventually be sold to mana traders for money. Mm-hmm. And what's nice about money is that I can exchange it for goods and services.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Oh, Mold Grab Monstrosity isn't Pioneer legal. I see. Is it from original Innistrad? Probably. Or like Dark Ascension? I think it's an Innistrad card.
What card are we talking? Mold Grab Monstrosity? Oh, it might be original Innistrad, yeah. The original Innistrad I do not think is Pioneer legal, is it?
Oh, wait, it's a... Oh, yeah, original Innistrad, and it has a commander printing.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's probably true. People have registered everything in a Vivian Arcbow Ranger sideboard at some point in time.
Yeah. Yeah, Fire Shoes had on Twitter a nice throwback to the old original stock green, and in doing so, retweeted results from a tournament that I came in first place in.
That was great.
It was really great.
If original Innistrad were legal in Pioneer, would Liliana be too good? Oh yeah, certainly. Liliana just busted, yeah.
Liliana of the Veil, yeah, I think it would make Rakdos midrange too good. Also, okay, the thing I'm confused about this hypothetical is, like, how is our win percentage against Rakdos Sack 100% and against Rakdos mid 0%?
Yeah, that's a valid question. I wouldn't say that the win rate makes that much sense, if that's what you're asking too.
Yeah.
Anyway, our opponent was last seen playing Mono Green, so this hand is
we're doomed.
Quite good against Mono Green.
I agree.
So
I think it's a keep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the best hand ever, but...
Well, to be honest, I have had a pretty good win rate against Green playing SPF. Like, I think that SPF maybe is more good against Green than most things.
So, wait, can I ask a dumb question? Are we supposed to impulse here?
Why?
Because... Isn't it better to save Spikekill Hazard in case we need to, like, exile something, and the only thing that these cards kill anyway is elves? Is there anything I'm not thinking about?
That's a reasonable point.
And, like, if we draw no lands for the rest of the game, I could imagine wanting to play Spikekill Hazard as a land.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we should.
I mean, I guess they could make like a wolf token off Wolf Willow Haven.
Yeah, that won't happen. No, I think you're just right.
Are there any X3s that I'm not thinking of?
Also, this can hit like a planeswalker too.
Oh yeah, or as chat points out, if we get him to 1, we can kill him.
Yeah, probably the least likely of the 3 options. Ooh, a Nykthos, that's a sign of lack of lands.
Well, as is turn 1 Boseiju, but...
Alright, so let's island go.
Yeah.
I don't really see a reason to main phase consider or what have you.
Yeah.
We can consider considering at a later point. SPF has a... I mean, I might suppose it, but we'll never know for sure. Let's spell pierce this. Yeah, really go to the name of Spell Pierce Fable. Because now we're going to Spell Pierce, and then we're going to consider into Fable and play it.
Wow, have you considered doing the Greg Orange and considering first?
Wait, I think we should top this, right? Because, like, I just kind of want to draw spells that fills the yard for Treasure Cruise, and, like, I'd kind of happy to pay 1 mana for a Scry on my turn.
But isn't just putting that in the graveyard... Like, if we want to fuel Treasure Cruise, the best way to do it is to put it in the graveyard.
I guess that's true, huh? So you're saying you would, like, top on an opt here, but you would bid on a consider? That's, like, plausible. Well, it is definitely better for Cruise to bin it, in some sense. The answer is yes. That doesn't matter. People like to say, what if you play one of the decks you can never be in top 8, but, like, you could all just lose in top 8 with a normal deck. Like, that's kind of irrelevant. Whether you lose because your deck is 0% or you lose like a normal match Magic, it's the same.
Yeah, I want to bottom it for the Fable reason.
No, I think we should
graveyard it. Sorry,
I think we should bin it. Yeah,
okay, cool.
I think you're right. It's a little weird. I'm not 100% sure that's right. But yes, basically the argument of what if you play those decks in top 8 doesn't matter.
Woo!
Well, but now we have Spell
Yeah.
Pierce. Well, maybe we should slam anyway. This is complicated.
Well, okay, they can't play Storm. And if they play Cura, they can pay the 2. So it's only against second Karn.
But even against second Karn, they like wish and then we'll just kill the Karn with our Fable or like yeah. So it's fine. We should slam.
Yeah.
All right. Good talk. Okay. So basically, Cleft Palette. It doesn't matter that you could play like. Yes, you are 30% to play a deck that you are 0% against in top 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're not more than 30%. And the fact that you instantly lose versus, like, if you play a normal deck, you're, like, 50-50, say, like, 70% is just still higher than 50. And most normal decks are roughly 50 against the field.
And hey, Sanhor Peanut Butter, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow!
The higher aggregate percentage is more important than whether or not you happen to instantly lose, is kind of the point. Okay, so I think our Spell Pierce is blank at this point.
Oh, it probably is. So we just card Spell Pierce Hall?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Because the Spike Field's not looking that good. And hey, Portable Brown, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
Yeah, I know it's not, but we still might like cobble together and kill this cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow, those are not good. Let's Treasure Cruise.
Yep. Really loving that extra land you added, huh?
Really a brilliant addition, if I could say so. Let's opt.
Yeah.
I do not think it was being Azax. That sounds like it could go really wrong. So if we attack and they block, we can deal it 6, right? Oh, we can finish it off, right? Oh no, 2+3+1?
Yeah, do we want to use our whole hand to remove their cav from the battlefield?
I think we do.
Probably. It's not like the hand's getting better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should just... I guess I'll attack first, just see what they block.
Yeah.
Also, I like this because they don't know what's about to happen to them, you know?
Right.
They don't know.
Might think we somehow need this treasure.
Yeah. Whereas if you play the Stevens untap first, I think it's like, you're really telling him, like...
Yeah.
By the way, I'm coming for you. Yes, let's Stevens untapped. And then the order here doesn't matter. Yeah. So I guess I'll just do this one first, whatever.
Sure.
It's only because of if they instant speed remove exactly one spell from our graveyard, this is better.
I see.
You never know when they might instant speed remove exactly one spell from your graveyard.
That one is scary. That one, too, is scary.
It's fine. We'll just draw something good. Fable?
Drake?
Yeah, both of those would be very good. I mean, that surprisingly doesn't matter that much. I mean, it's a reasonable wish on their part. They don't know it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Ah.
Okay, well...
we have no legal plays, so let's pass.
Dang.
We obviously wouldn't play or claim when claim is legal. That's quite the quote.
Maybe they also have a handful of lands.
Yeah, what if their hand was instead very good? What then? Also, one of the more problematic things is that, see, they don't actually need to have a hand that's any good to beat us here. They could just card for Cityscape, cast it.
What if their whole sideboard is lands?
Yeah.
They're like, oops, messed up, all lands.
Well, we're Sir Dead. To be fair, I'm not sure having one more spell would have won us this particular game. Alright, let's concede.
Yeah.
Alright. So against green, I like boarding in all of this stuff. And I'm trying to remember what I liked cutting. Definitely this. And then...
Did we shave? I think we shaved some impulses,
I
right?
definitely like saving this.
Yeah.
We shaved some impulses because they're like kind of narrow.
Yeah.
And they're the worst of these things. Didn't we shave some spell pierces? Wait.
Oh, wait, maybe
I don't think we shaved impulse.
Okay, maybe we did shave Spell Pierce.
But we shaved it because we were on the draw before. We're currently on the play. I'm actually not sure what's been on the play. Like, impulse isn't that bad. Like I don't know. I want to kill every elf they ever play.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have 8 elves. So, like, it seems like having 8 ways to kill them isn't necessarily over-indexed.
Yeah.
Well, this is not Source Speed Elf kill. This kills Karn.
Yeah.
Strangle's meaningfully better. I think maybe the 4th Pierce should go. Like, maybe we just, like, shave some stuff. Like, what about, like, just like this?
I mean, I'm pretty in for that. It's kind of a cowardly sideboard plan, but I'm always up for that.
Well, I don't think it's that unreasonable. I mean, I love shaving the Drake in this match.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should even shave, like, more than one Drake. But I do think you need to close against me.
Yeah. I want to keep 3 Drakes, I think.
So I think, like, this is pretty reasonable. I don't know exactly the right mix of things cut. I've never known, honestly. I've just board differently, I think, maybe every time I've ever played green with this deck.
Yeah.
But, you know. Maybe we should play even more lands.
23 lands?
Yeah. Well?
I think so, yeah.
Alright. This hand is fine.
Yeah.
What's the tuck?
Is it Storm Carved Coast?
I think it's probably Storm Carved Coast, yeah. I love to Storm Carve the Coast, though. And then, as always, we can delay decision with Steam Vents, and I think we should.
Yep. And here we mean delay the decision on which side to play the pathway on.
Well, almost certainly we're going to play it on blue, but I still think that it just doesn't cost as much delay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just like, we're not going to play the Steam Vents tap, let's be real. Ooh, they're going to Wolf Will on 2, we're going to Spell Pierce it. They're going to be really sad.
Nice.
Bottom?
Yeah.
Wow, these Spell Pierce actually might be great, to be honest. Oh, maybe I should have cast Consider there. That's a reasonable point. Yeah, honestly, I never know how to order them. Because I think, like, I always want to cast Consider first in case I don't end up casting it off and, like, loot away the other one or something. But then I think Gul Dukat and it has said something that the opposite is right.
Okay.
And I don't really know why. So you can see I've really thought hard about the problem. I'm actually not sure the ordering. You want to opt if you want to keep a land. Well, I certainly do want to keep a land.
Pierce. Ooh, you want to consider first? Dang.
Oh, is it? I guess I could consider first. That is probably reasonable for info denial. This we might want to top. Because mostly I just want to draw a land, and that was
And that is more looks at a land. Okay, that makes some sense.
Also, our mana's not very tight right now.
Yeah.
You can leave a Spell Pierce and do this. I think it's fine to top.
Okay.
It's a little weird for sure, but I think it's reasonable.
And then, like, if this is a land, then our opt math might change.
Right. Nice. Okay, so that one I assume I should play on red.
I think so, yeah.
Although I guess I can actually opt first.
Sure.
I mean, you never know. We might draw a lane we'd rather play or what have you.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to just opt red and pass.
Yep.
So, by the way, we might be in a tricky spot here. When you have Blitz the Thunder Raptor and Treasure Cruise, sometimes you kind of need to massage it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, we might want to, like, blitz something, try to get value out of our blitz beforehand. Just think that. Oh, yeah. Oh, never, couldn't be better. Spell Pierce this.
Yeah.
Man, I was really hoping they'd miss their lane drop.
I want to fire off Treasure Cruise.
Okay, if we're firing it off, I think we should leave a spell in our bin to help our future blitz.
We cannot do that.
Oh wait, classic. All right, let's fire off Treasure Cruise.
We'll refill. We'll find a way.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this is probably right.
Yeah.
Okay, our hand is good. Our blitz is bad, but our hand is good.
Yeah.
It's fine. Ledger Shredder will take care of our blitz-related issues.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, if they, like, the worst thing you can do here, I think, is play Karn, and we can easily beat that. Like, they get a wish, but we just untap and go Ledger Shredder, Strangle Karn, boot away Blitz, which is a great turn, honestly.
Right.
So.
Wonder what they're going to wish for. Ah, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Hey, Rengaff, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the follow!
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, we have to kill the Karn. We could kill the Karn and hold up Gust. But I guess I think we can clean up whatever they do.
I think we can clean up whatever they do.
And also, if we just draw a land, then it's all great.
Yeah.
So I think we should do this. Yep.
Yep.
All right. And I mean, I think I want to discard second Blitz as planned.
I think so.
Strangle really being just strictly words Fire Impulse, as always. You know?
Oh, nice.
What? Levy, you can definitely be a mod, to be clear.
That's so much work for me.
The reason we aren't going to mod Levy is out of extreme laziness, but you're definitely trustworthy enough to have the power.
But willingness to ban Azax does not eliminate you from being a mod on our channel.
Yeah, in fact, willingness to ban Azax I think is almost a prerequisite.
Actually encouraged us to make people mods in the past.
Yeah, one Better Whites may have given us the pitch of, if you make me a mod, I'll ban Azax frequently. So, you know.
He lived up to the...
Oh, nice. Let's consider.
Yeah.
Get a nice surveil
Anything
off.
in particular you want to consider? Maybe.
Ooh. I think discard this.
I like that.
Bin.
Yep.
So we could cruise here. I don't think I want to because I would like to leave Blitz at full power for another turn.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Also, it sets up double 2 spells next turn. So I think we should just bash for 2, and then I think just play the Steam Vents.
We don't want to gust on the stack against the Cav trigger because they are missing lands.
Yeah, I don't want to give my opponent a free land.
They wished for Citadel.
Yeah, what Greg says is right.
Also, what was Levi's question about, or Levy's question about?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what the question about Blitz is.
Yeah.
I'm very willing to answer it if I knew what it was, but unfortunately I don't, so I'm unable to do so.
I got your name right the first time. Levi, not Levy.
Okay.
I feel like I've called you Levi many times, but Andrew always says Levy, so...
Yeah,
would I say Blitz is more like Charmeleon or Zapdos? That's a great question.
Okay, wait, so bear with me. I think it's maybe reasonable to top this. But I don't really want to play it. I just want to Blitz and see if we draw... I should probably just bottom it, honestly. We don't need this. We've got a fast enough clock.
Yeah, I want to bottom it. Our plan is to Blitz the thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's I sort of like there was a spell we could loot away, but then it's like, that's kind of silly. I'd rather find another counterspell or whatever faster, right? This is Blitz at its finest, for sure. Ooh.
Sure.
I want to grow the Ledger Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's for 7. The Thunder Raptor is going ham. All right. So let's get rid of some stuff here. I guess, again, as always, it doesn't matter as long as you leave only spells.
We can leave Gus to put the fear of God into them.
Oh, I didn't do that. Sorry.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Ooh, nice. We can Fable?
I think we haven't played a land, right?
No, we haven't.
Nice. I love Fabling.
Plus, it
Also,
helps us...
wait, we should have Spike Fuel Hazarded our opponent.
Oh, wait, they were dead?
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, strangle the Drake.
Oh, that just kills them.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I'm actually going to strangle the Ledger Shredder.
Okay, sure.
Just to be clear about what I'm going to do.
Nice.
This is a classic Sam Black moment. We were hideously winning and having a great time.
Uh-huh.
So we chose not to kill our opponent for a while.
Play around Hornet Sting. Strangling a lawyer.
That is what we're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Although, Ledger Shredder is a surprisingly well-armed lawyer, I would say.
Yeah.
You can see that Ledger Shredder is carrying some sort of firearm.
Wait, I think those are scrolls.
Oh. I thought that was a firearm. Wait, really? Oh, I guess they're scrolls.
Those
Never
are definitely
mind.
scrolls.
Well, that'll teach me.
So, wait, do we want to go 4th Impulse over 2nd Pierce on the draw?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Because Pierce is just harder to...
Actually, what if we just leave? What if we just board it in, but we on the draw we couldn't opt?
Isn't the idea that on the draw we like Pierce less, not that we like Impulse more?
Yeah, I don't know.
I also think, okay, we did, for the record, see 0 elves that whole game.
That's
and sometimes
true.
they side them out, like...
Okay, you want to assume, but they wish for Citadels. They didn't execute the sideboard plan involving boarding in Citadel.
That's true. That's a good point.
I think it was variance that we didn't see in elves.
Okay.
Okay. I'm down to cut either Spell Pierce or opt. What do you think?
Let's cut opt.
Maybe cutting opt is nonsense, but I also think it makes a little sense. Like, you don't have much time to mess around against green. You kind of need to, like, do your thing.
Okay.
You would not cut this matchup? Oh, okay. Exactly. I think it might be right to cut this matchup, but I'm not sure. Classic hand where I wish our opt was any interaction.
I think I want to keep.
I think I do too. It's like, God, the Storm Curve Coast is...
Maybe we don't want to keep.
I don't know if we want to keep. Like, if we keep this, I feel like if we keep this and they play an elf, we, like, concede the game.
Yeah.
I think we should just mulligan.
I mean, we can dig for it, but I guess it'll be too late.
Well, this won't even come on tap,
Yeah,
though.
right.
So
Okay.
the problem is, like, if we consider and we hit Fire Impulse, and we don't also hit a red land, it's still really bad for us. Like, I think if this was either of these, actually, if literally any of the spells in our hand were a red and rule spell, I would keep.
Yeah.
If literally any of these 5 spells was Spell Pierce, I would keep.
Okay.
But I think as is, it's like one of our best mulligans.
Okay, yeah. I'm down to mull.
Okay, great. This hand's much better.
Yeah.
Is the second impulse good? Classic question. I sort of think, like, on average, it's reasonable to tuck second impulse.
Okay.
Like, I'd sort of like to tuck, like, the Fable or the Cruise, but, like, kind of I'm planning to, like, use the Fable to fuel the Cruise to some extent. Maybe we can fuel the Cruise with just 3 one-man interaction spells. Like, maybe tucking the Fable is reasonable. I think it's between Fable and Impulse.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's the Fable.
Yeah, maybe we'll just, like, figure it out. Yeah, okay. I think I'm down to figure it out.
Okay.
Like, we'll.
I guess the issue is if they do have a no elf hand, it's just a disaster. Hey, that's just Prime 3. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
That's
Or, like,
true.
with the Fable, we, like, get to tuck, like...
Yeah. Maybe we should just do this. Maybe it's just a one impulse angle. Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't... It's very close, for sure. I'm the one faulting when talking the Fable here.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, on average, like, how many elves do they really have? I mean, obviously, we're going to immediately punish right now. So, I'm going to immediately kill their elf.
Yep.
Hello, that's just Prime.
I appreciate that it's followed by a prime number. On average, mono green lists have 8 elves. Is a great comment. And hey, Wolverine FTG, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
It turns out that's true on average and also true. You know, I don't know how our opponent's sideboarded, but I think it's very likely our opponent has 8 elves. Azax, I think it might be right to cut elves against Phoenix, I'd like to state, but I'm not sure.
No, I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's make these consider.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, we've just been so punished. Wow!
Oh god, just Omega punished, yeah. As a zoomer, you appreciate this deck. That's good to know. Yeah,
the mode is definitely 8. I wonder if the average is like 7.9999. You know?
Well, wait. I think. Do you think that some people? I think some people play more than 8 elves actually.
Oh, interesting.
So Sylvan Caryatid is an elf.
That's true.
So like, I think that like the average might be greater than 8.
Yeah.
But anyway. Well, this is bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, I think what we need to do here is it's a classic Fable and Prey.
I love Fable and Prey.
Isn't Caryatid Dryad? Well, are you asking about its creature type, or are you asking...
About its vibes.
About it, like, I think the claim Caryatid is an elf is objectively true.
Yeah.
So, that's my opinion on that.
If you control Nykthos, is Old Growth Troll an elf?
No, it's better than an elf. For one thing, it runs for 2.
Okay, yeah.
And for another thing, it attacks for 4. Both of these are qualities most elves do not possess. Okay, I would say the game is now going poorly. So, okay, how much mana does everyone have? Like, DI? So if we kill the elf...
10?
They have, well, if we kill the elf, they have 6, 7, 8, 9.
9,
yeah. 10 if they play a land. Okay. Then I don't think Spell Pierce does anything.
Yeah.
Because they didn't mill over any storms. They did mill 3 Karns, which is actually pretty interesting.
That is really interesting. But we are just, like, dying.
Well, yeah, I think we should tuck Fable and Pierce.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think the second Fable is going to be good enough.
Yeah.
And we need to fill the yard fast. I want to discard 2 things.
Yeah.
We could discard the land, but I really don't want to be landless.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Opt is free if we're cruising. So...
Sure.
I guess I can Island Opt. I guess that couldn't matter less.
Why not just opt first?
Yeah, okay, you're right. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, now I want to Island Cruise.
Yep.
Wait, actually I could Strangle first, too. I could Strangle the elf.
Oh, because it's free?
It is free. It's more like we might not want to Strangle the elf.
Yeah.
It's not clear the elf matters.
Also, we, like... keeping our spells to redraw for future blitzes might be important.
Yeah, okay.
And the mana might not matter.
I think we should just cruise and hold Strangle.
Yeah. Thanks, Dawn! That's so nice!
You honestly love to hear it. Alright, this is not going great. Should we consider?
Do you want to strangle the elf?
Well...
I guess if they play... It's only a disaster
matter?
if they play... Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, consider.
Like, I don't think the elf is important to the game state. And I think we might need to, like, team up with, like, Strangle and a Blitz to take down this Cav or something.
Okay, yeah.
Boy. I guess we pass?
Yeah?
I don't really want to kill off our god. I mean, look, this is very bad, chat. We aren't, like, dead. But we are... It is very bad.
All I've ever wanted to be is one of the best Midwest competitive Moto streams.
One of my favorite systems. That's nice. It is unlucky that ZNT is actually Azax's alt. That is a bad beat. Oh, God.
Ooh, uh-oh.
I mean, look, the thing is, I know that killing the elf would be better if they had Storm, but I also think we were never beating Storm in a million years.
Yeah, if there are 2 cards where Cure Storm, yeah.
Like, it's not like we were ever winning, so I think I would make the same play again.
Oh, look, Oath Land. A classic Storm.
I mean, it's not clear that we can beat this Storm missing and the flashback Storm missing. to be frank.
Yeah.
Wait, playing that troll was really loose just there, but oh. Wow. They really should have played, because it might have meant they didn't get to Flashback Storm.
Yeah, but instead their one card that they drew was Cityscape Leveler.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, we are dead.
We're so dead.
I know there are 3 coins in the yard, but look, Fake News ODG, I would say the number of cards in their yard is something of a, incorrect story, if you will.
Yes. If only there was another name for that.
Yeah.
Especially in a Magic the Gathering context. You can chain time locks.
It's a dub if we have Impulse. Yeah, I'm sure we would have won easily with the Impulse.
Yeah. I like how that one elf, attacked its first 2 turns.
I know.
We really weren't punished.
Alright, let's concede.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we are an impressive 0-1 in this league now.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We started the last league 0-1 and we finished 4-1.
That's true.
So... Isn't system an adjective in the phrase system magic? Well, I don't know if it is. I would say system magic is arguably an adjective.
I guess
the entire
that's true.
name.
Yeah, but it's also a noun.
I would say that yeah.
It's also a conjunction.
Would you say it's also an interjection?
Yeah.
When you're just system magic!
It's also an automatopoeia. For when you're really feeling it at a Magic tournament and you just randomly scream, System Magic!
Would you say that automatopoeias are subsets of interjections? Or...
I think it might be the other way around.
It sounds like what it is. Oh god, what would you say that systems sound like?
Like that. That sound I just made, that's the sound of a system.
Alright. Next game? What would you say about it?
A classic open deck list angle.
Yeah, it really is an open deck list angle.
I think we have to mulligan.
I sort of think we should just keep and say what could go wrong.
So many things. Against what deck is this a good keep?
Any creature deck.
That's true. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the subscription! 7 months. Let's go.
Against mono white, this hand's the nut.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, against Lotus, the hand is bad, but so are all of our hands in game 1. I don't know. I think I might keep. These hit Planeswalkers.
I would definitely mulligan, but...
You might be right, Greg. Alright, I guess maybe if they're creature deck...
Have you considered that this hand can't beat 70% of decks?
Okay, you convinced me. I'll mulligan.
Look at this hand! This hand's so good!
It is much better, yes. Now, what land to tuck is a little complicated. I guess it's probably just the coast.
I think so.
Okay. I'm down to touch Stormcrow Coast. There's an argument for Otawara, but I think the coast is better. Well, definitely, I think that hand wasn't great against green, unless their draw for some reason was all elves. Alright, let's Steam Vets.
Yep.
And let's Strangle their elf.
Yep.
Do you think that elves are harder or easier to strangle than Karn?
Way easier. Karn is like a robot.
Yeah.
Karn does not have to breathe. I think it's a flavor fail, actually.
You think that it arguably shouldn't be possible to strangle Karn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. We could play that.
Okay, so if we play that, and they play Karn...
And they wish...
What if they, Kiora Troll?
Well, that's a disaster.
But I guess they also could just play Troll,
I have no idea if we play Literature in this spot. The problem is... Okay, here's the problem. Let's say we don't play Literature over here.
Yeah.
Alright, so, what's our plan next turn? Or I guess we're thinking that maybe turn 4 is just a crucial turn to leave a Pierce, and that after that, it's fine. That's plausible.
Right, because after that, they could have Cav. I care less.
Yeah, maybe just holding for turn is good, because the next turn we can just tap out for Legislature to consider.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that kind of makes sense.
And if they, if their next turn is just Troll,
yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Or if it's, Troll Elf, that's not great, but,
No, it'll still be fine.
Okay.
I think I'm down to pass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great, Don. I think this stream is very pro trolling of Azax. Ooh, Elf no land. Okay, so now I think I want an EOT consider.
I think so too.
There's some arguments not to it. It could give us an extra connive or whatever. Oh, but that's great.
Oh, mwah!
Okay, so we top this. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about whether to cast it now or not.
Oh.
Because if we cast it now, we hold up. I guess holding up Pierce is pretty good here, huh?
Holding up Pierce seems better than getting
okay. Let's just forgo our conniving for now.
We'll connive later. We'll connive in spirit. Because we're being very conniving at the moment, you know?
We are being very conniving, yeah. I do really wish we had some loots here, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, drawing a card that we don't want is not... that's not it, but, you know...
Well, it's fine. If we just draw consider next turn, we'll consider into consider or whatever, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, was there any Karns? Any Karns? Oh.
Oh, let's go!
Massively rewarded for all our decisions. You don't think there are any spirits that connive? That's unlucky, honestly. Oh, yeah. There it is. Well, that's very good. But if I bin it, I can cruise and connive.
Oh, that's probably worth it, actually.
I think we should bin. It's a little complicated. Also, if they don't have a 5th land, they can't cav. Yeah. And that's really what we're afraid of. I think we should just do our thing. Do our stuff.
Let's do our thing.
Yeah. I mean, well, the other line is not cruising and, sitting on the cruise chat. But I think this is just good. And I think I'm down to max.
Yep.
Do it, yeah. Your favorite absolute dictator? Oh, nice. Hey, Ben Whites, how's it going? Ben Whites, I appreciated your tweet of just no context. You designed some bangers today. That was a great tweet. Ooh, nice. Untap Steam Bits action?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I do assume you design bangers every day, though.
Yeah, it's really shattering your illusions about Ben Whites. He actually only designs bangers some days, but on those days, he tweets about it, you know? I mean, this could be a cav and could punish us for our decisions, but we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I mean, they only have one card, for one thing.
Yeah.
And they actually don't have that much mana, even.
Right.
This is only 6 mana. A Spell Pierce counter Storm here?
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely think we should opt DOT.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Don't want that.
Yeah, easy bottom on that one. Okay, so now it's complicated. There's definitely something to just slamming Drake.
Yeah. And it's quite big, right? Because we have a bunch of spells in exile.
It's an 8/4 at the moment.
Oh, it just says. I was like, how did you know that?
Yeah, the Drake just says it's an 8/4.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty interested. I think I'm interested in giving them a turn. I know that could backfire.
I love it.
But I think just slamming the Drake is pretty good.
Because I also think our other plays, aren't that good, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could consider into stuff.
Yeah.
Try to set up, well, okay, wait, let's fully consider it. Let's fully consider it, as it were.
Sure.
If we consider, and we could try to set up a kill on the cav.
Yeah.
But I guess it's pretty hard because we need 3 red mana is the issue.
Yeah.
Because, we need to, double Impulse plus Spike Field, which we can't afford. So
yeah.
I think just Simon Drake is good.
I'm in.
Yeah, I actually just have a supernatural 6th sense for a number of source from the graveyard, you know? Okay, so now here's the real question. Do you want to play Spike Field here? Not playing it has some merit, because, we could just trade our Drake for the Cav and exile.
Yeah.
Which is pretty reasonable, honestly. I think I don't want to play it, but it's close, I think.
How scary is their graveyard? They don't really... Oh, they have a Karn in there.
Karn is in there and, I don't know, Old Growth Troll. Not that scary. I mean, you're asking, could we just offer the trade anyway? I mean, the answer, I think, is yes. Maybe we should just play it.
I think we should play it.
Okay. The short answer to your question is that Mono Green's kill is kind of irrelevant to everything. Mm-hmm. It turns out that if you gain infinite life and get enough wishes, you'll figure something out. It's sort of like how in real life, given infinite wishes, all obstacles become trivial. It's like that.
I see.
I actually think that when friend of the stream Kazu Negri designed Petulant Cauldron, he was actually trying to give us some sort of metaphor for life. So, there you go. Consider?
Sure.
Classic consider first because we don't want to land angle, as chat has said. Oh yeah, genius consider first. Opt?
Sure.
That's nice. I think Loader could maybe be Pioneer Legal Ben Whites for the record. I don't think we want this, although it does let us play another Drake this turn.
If we play another Drake, are we going to attack? Probably not, right?
Well, attacking is kind of good because it really limits their mana.
Yeah.
I kind of interested in topping attacking.
Okay. And then if they put Karn on top, we still can't pierce it.
Well, no, but we'll just
just kill him.
Well, or we'll kill Karn.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that like the scenario where they tap out for Karn, they get a free wish, but we have a massive Drake and a Legend Trader in play is just good for us.
Okay.
So I sort of think we should just top this and attack. That make sense to you?
Okay, I like it. I think I may be happy that the Lord of the Rings set is not Pioneer Legal.
It's really anyone's guess which of us did or did not win a Pro Tour.
I assume this is a genuine question. The answer is Andrew won Pro Tour Guilds of Ravnica.
Well, to be clear, I also thought it was a genuine question. That's just how I respond to genuine questions.
Yeah, that's fine. But I won the Black Lotus. I'm the Black Lotus winner, so who's the real winner?
It would be nice if our stream was just like Pro Tour winner and Black Lotus winner stream, and we're like, but we live them are Greg. That would be a good bit. We should consider just incorrectly answering questions about that topic. Do I want this on red side? I guess so.
I guess I can imagine, like...
It's pretty ridiculous.
It's irrelevant.
Okay.
Do what you feel.
We also will get a connive here, by the way. Oh, no, wait. We
already had our connive.
Yep. Which victory was more EV? Mine.
Andrew's.
Nor was it competitive. You should know that winning a PT is about, like, it's well over 100k in EV. Because a lot of the EV is not in the literal prize of the tournament. Basically, it's like 50k cash, but then, like, the platinum status is worth a bunch, like, the World's invite, or in my case, the Magic Invitational invite is worth a bunch. Like, it's like, not competitive.
I think we should try and get our opponent dead on this turn.
That sounds good. I think we should maybe start by cruising so we can loot away the cards we cruise into.
Love it.
And I'm just making sure I get all of those. Okay. Let's leave it consider.
Okay.
It's strictly better than
give us something to think about.
Ooh. Do you think their hope might be fading of winning this game?
Yeah. So wait, can we kill our opponent? We have to put how many spells into the bin to kill our opponent? I think it might be tricky.
Wait, I think it's not that tricky. Well, like, consider gets us a connive.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with consider.
Like, my intent is to consider, and I think just discard Spell Pierce, or maybe just the crew boost, but the crown makes it close.
That's true. I also did win this crown. But I don't know. Andrew won a complete set of Rivals of Ixalan for some reason.
That, yeah. Okay, so now we can also just kill the Polytay and bounce the Alpha.
I don't know. Just take some game actions. I
think it's like hideously lethal. Nice. Okay, let's kill this Polytay.
Okay.
I think they're just like deader than anyone's ever been, yeah. Doing no math, my analysis would be deader than anyone's ever been. 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I can like do this then cruise.
Sure.
Just like classic cruise to fill the yard, you know? You never...
yeah, right. I guess you could have also fading hoped and then impulsed in response.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I'd rather cruise. Are you aware that if we cruise, then we'll have more cards in our hand?
Actually, the tournament where I won the Lotus was much bigger than the Pro Tour that Andrew won. I predict it was about 3 times as many people.
Yeah, it was probably a lot. That is true. It was a lot larger. The 6. Yeah, I'm actually aware of that, Benoit.
Is it it's the land, Uncharted Shores or whatever territory?
No, it's the 1-4.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that makes treasures.
Yeah.
When things die.
Oh, do we have the Lotus? Well, if only there were command for that, Bernaldo. I mean,
yeah, with a nice exclamation point Lotus, you can see the Lotus. It's right here, though. I won it at MTG Summit, which was a GP-esque tournament that happened last year.
All right, I've decided that cutting one Fading Hope and one Spell Pierce on the draw is... Oh, no, wait. But on the draw... Oh, no, wait. So on the draw, we do this.
Yeah.
And on the play, leaving back the 3rd Spell Pierce.
Yeah, that is so sick. Yeah, thanks. MTG Summit, by the way, is officially coming back for year 2.
Oh, are they really?
In Salt Lake City. I will be there defending my crown.
Wait, when is it?
I think it's around the same time it was last time.
It's bold of you to claim you'll be defending your crown if you don't know the date.
It's in my calendar. I just don't know exactly. Am I sponsored for the event? No, but if anyone would like to sponsor me.
We are all Tron fans here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait. Bomet, first of all, you're aware that I'm a Tron fan, right?
Andrew is a Tron fan.
For many years, I was the world's leading expert on Tron. And that sounds like a joke, but I think it's literally true.
I will say yes to any sponsor request except Ari.
I want to tuck this Crackling Drake.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to easily keep on 6, even though it has no way to kill an elf.
Agreed.
But yeah, basically, here's the thing about Tron. I actually queued for my first PT playing Tron.
I actually queued for my first PT. Oh, that's not true. I queued for my 2nd and 3rd PTs playing Tron. Dang.
Oh, yeah.
Ari Lax can sponsor me. That's fine. Sarah Deal. Oh, are they putting me on the playmat? They should. I should contact them. Be like, yo, are you making the same playmat? I would like to be on it. They really liked me. They were Greg fans.
To be fair, doesn't everyone really like Greg?
I don't know.
To a first order approximation, you know?
Azax doesn't like me.
Azax likes you. That's just his way of showing affection.
Common Greg W. Greg's PTQ finals opponents don't like him. That's probably not even true.
Okay, so here I should opt because we want to land, is what we decided.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm now following the heuristic that I also don't know is correct. I'm not sure we want Treasure Cruise, honestly. I think we don't. Is that insane?
So. What if the playmat is just one really stretched out JPEG of my face? That would be great.
I mean, I think I should kill their elf.
Wow, Ari, you're that close. I'm horrified.
Well, maybe I shouldn't. What do you think the play is here? It could just be play Ledger Shredder.
So if we play Ledger Shredder...
Well, the idea is, if they can't... So, okay, yeah. Fake news, like, wait. You have to, play out the scenario. So imagine we play Ledger Shredder. They play Karn, right? We untap, strangle the elf, play a second spell, connive, grow the Shredder, attack Karn to 1.
And hey, Blairly Honest, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Or we could just strangle the Karn.
Yeah, or we could strangle the Karn. I don't
think... leave up Gust?
I don't think it's so bad. They're likely double spell next turn. I don't know that the double spell is particularly likely. I mean, it's possibly.
Wait, it's unlikely because they would have, if they had another 1-mana spell, they would have played it.
Yeah, I don't think
they're very unlikely to double spell.
Yes, I don't think a double spell is likely at all. But I think we should wait. I think the Ledger Shredder line is maybe just good.
I want to do it.
I also just think green is very resilient. In general, it's not very easy to beat green by sitting back and being completely reactive. You need to get something going. Yeah. You know? So how do I donate channel points? Oh my god. You and the rage predictions. Azax is always trying to convince people to have some rage predictions. I don't know why.
I appreciate you asking me to run a prediction because you know that Andrew is incapable of that.
Oh, I'm certainly incapable. I would say I bring a lot to the stream as long as a lot is only being good at exactly one thing. Alright, so it's awkward here. I think we can't really connive.
I agree.
I think we should strangle the elf, and I think we should play our pathway awkwardly on blue.
Yep.
Wait. Oh, you play it on red and strangle off the red.
Oh, yeah.
That's better.
I like that.
So, yeah, I think we just play this on red, strangle off the red, and I guess just attack Cure for one. It's sort of weird whether we should attack Cure them, but I think attacking Cure is a little better.
Yeah, I can just kind of imagine a situation where every point counts on Kiora.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but I think it could happen.
Yeah.
Also, I sort of think this deck tends to kill in, like, a small number of large attacks with Drakes. Mm-hmm. So, like, chip damage on them with this particular deck I don't think is very relevant.
Sarah, that is our goal. That people just, use their channel points on things like that. Wow, it's so windy in here.
Alright, so...
Oh, I guess that's true. We could have gusted Kiora.
I am aware we could have done that, and I think we should have done this.
Okay. I think the idea is we would get a loot.
Well, like, why is Gusting Cure good? Like, I don't really understand. Like, they still get to find a land. They should have Cav and 5 lands in play. Like, isn't that a really good situation for them? I don't think I get it.
Okay. So do we want a Fable now that we've drawn this Blitz to deal with the Cav that they're about to draw?
Hold on. We could kill Kiora.
Oh.
But that's maybe nonsense. Oh, you think that, like, Granger, I see what you're saying. You're saying, like, if we gusted the Cure pre them casting a Cav, we could have maybe... Yeah. Okay, wait, I didn't understand the line being proposed. That's interesting.
Would have had a Connive.
Maybe that's better. I don't know. That seems close.
Yeah, Dom, you can probably make me say something mean about Azax. Though I just said he... What did I say? Oh, I said he didn't like me.
So I think we should play Fable. I think you're right. I think tap out Fable makes sense.
Wait. I was thinking... So the idea... Yeah. The idea is they'll play Cav. Next turn, we'll use Considers and Loots to fill our graveyard and then blitz it.
Yep.
Okay.
And I believe we'll do that with ease.
Yep.
Like, I think having enough cards to blitz the Cav down is not going to be hard. And I think we still keep attacking Kiora. I still don't know if it matters, but I think it's right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I guess next turn the Kiora will be on, like, 3. We'll probably kill the Kiora. And probably, like, attacking it this turn means that they are guaranteed to... we can kill it even if we loot away a land, which we could end up doing with our Connive. I don't think that will happen, but you never know. I do appreciate that this deck is really good cognitive exercise. Like, you make a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
It was weird that arrow just kept appearing even though it was their turn.
It wasn't that weird. It's Moto.
What do you mean it's Moto? The smooth Cadillac that is Moto?
It's so within Moto's range.
Wow, our opponent even just stacking their triggers incorrectly. Always draw first, chat. Always draw first. To those out there who don't know, you draw first. Ooh. I don't know our opponent's exact hand. I often don't cast the elf in this sort of spot.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe it's right. Obviously, there's, like, a lot of factors. Does every Bowmasters need to be banned in Modern? Probably not. Discard Consider, I think.
Yeah. Why draw first? So you have maximum information when you activate your Cav. So, notably, if you find... if you draw a Nykthos, and then you see a Nykthos, you'll know to not take Nykthos.
Okay, so I think we should just loot away Hall and Consider, I think? Well, maybe not Consider. Hold on. Oh, because we have 3 mana off the treasure anyway, even if we brick on lands. Wait, then I think we should consider in response.
So, okay, so if we consider in response...
we'll still be able to Impulse and Raptor both their things, right?
Well, oh yeah. Yeah, okay.
So I
From
think
the treasure,
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if we completely brick on lands.
I don't think I want that.
I don't think so either. Well, we got it. Do you still not want it?
I think I still don't want it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Nice. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And the land. So now, now I guess we can't crystal after we blitz. So now I think we should play Coast and kill both their things.
Yep.
And I guess, wait, without trigger a loot, it will, right?
Yeah. So we'll Fire Impulse first.
So Fire Impulse the elf and see
Yep.
what we draw, I guess, whatever that's worth. I don't think I need this.
I don't think so either.
Okay. Alright, so now we blitz for 6 on this.
Yep.
Exile your Cav. Alright, and then we can kill Kiora with just this, hit them for 2.
Yep.
1 damage paying off here. And then I guess there's no real reason to cruise on... Or I guess there actually is. We should probably cruise.
What's the reason to cruise?
Karn.
Oh, Karn.
They could like Karn, Wish for Crypt, and
yeah.
Karn also shuts out the treasure.
Yeah.
Karn's like a really good reason to cruise this turn.
Okay, yeah.
And then this is where in paper you try to double away your treasure.
You try
here.
to exile a token, yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. You know, just explain to your opponent that it works on Moto. That's almost even true. But anyway, yeah, we got there, Azax. We got to cruise the player on Tormods.
Yeah.
I would say it was an uphill struggle for us to get there, but we did get there. Oh, don't mind if I do. Well, that's a good draw. I mean, what's interesting is I sort of do want to double impulse the troll. Maybe I don't want that. What I like about it is that if we double impulse troll, we can then just kill Kiora in combat.
Yeah.
But
you could discard a Fable.
Yeah, I guess I think that's probably right.
Okay.
Turning Fable. That seem reasonable to you?
Yeah.
Beebles are... I think Moto is correct at a greater frequency than the average Magic the Gathering judge.
Magic the Gathering judge?
Yes.
Wow.
So, I think that it works on Moto is actually a fairly convincing argument, in fact. Okay, well, drawing a land here I think is actually awesome. I think we should double impulse the troll and kill Kiora. And play Drake. We could do it all.
Oh, we do it all because of that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is just a great play, I think.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I should play Drake first for max information and for max, like, looting. I guess that's
okay,
true.
that makes sense, yeah. Also, is it possible we just want to ignore the Kiora and start hitting them? I guess not. This Drake's going to kill him real fast.
I think they might be dead next turn no matter what. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should not. I think we should just kill the troll and the Kiora.
Yep.
Ooh, that's nice. Let's discard consider.
Yep.
I'm still killing the troll. I don't think that changed anything.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna be dead next turn, I think, with ease.
Okay, yeah. Kiora is so loyal.
It's pretty surprising that Kyora's not that loyal.
This is game 2, right?
This is game 2, but we did win game 1.
Yes.
So it's likely to be the last game, if that's what you're asking. Yeah, and part of the reason we should kill the Kiora here is it does actually represent 2 mana off the troll.
Yeah.
Which is pretty relevant.
Although I think if we weren't killing Kiora, we would not have double impulse the troll.
Oh, that's fair.
But yeah, it would be hard, though not impossible, for them to win from this spot.
Well, they need something like... They have to take a big turn, and it's very hard. Like, they need something like play Nykthos, play Troll, use Nykthos Storm.
Yeah.
And then their Storm has to be good. Like, it's
right.
it's obscenely hard. Well, like, they could obviously run themselves being done on board here. Like, I mean, that isn't that difficult, but it's just like, I don't know, it's pretty hard for them to print themselves being dead, given that we have this. Board is not everything, it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this Storm, it's very hard to go. It's not impossible. Like, they could do it. Something like Kiora plus Cav. Cav finds Nykthos, untap the 2-land. Although, wait, that's only 8 Devotion. It's very, very hard.
Then they need, like, another Storm.
Yeah, they need, like, Storm into Cav Kiora, untap, use Nykthos, second Storm, something like that. It's an absurd sequence.
There are RCQs this weekend. Andrew might be going to one.
Yeah, I mean, I am, in fact, playing an RCQ this weekend. I would say that I'm undecided on what I'm going to play, but it's probably either going to be this deck or Stockbring.
Okay, not Blue White Lotus.
I think I have somewhat come down on my Blue Lotus. Well, I still think it's good.
Sure.
But I come down a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not going to play Mono Red, man. Have you considered that the one true deck is actually Ringtron in Modern? Yeah, but that's unfortunately illegal because the RCQ is Pioneer.
Yeah.
But Ringtron is the one true deck. What if you emergency legal? I don't know if Lava Spike would be enough. I think the White Lotus is fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I dislike Blue White Lotus. But...
Who signed your Satyr's Cunning? Because I can sign any cards you like for your event.
Okay, Grixis Archfiend, I have become convinced is maybe bad.
We probably will get a Ringtron stream soon.
Sam, I don't know if you should play Ringtron. I don't know how good Ringtron is, but it's definitely what am interested in playing. So I want to keep this. What could go wrong?
Sure.
I mean, can Attila sign your Satyr's Cunning? Oh yeah, Attila will happily sign your Satyr's Cunning. I'm also willing to impersonate Ben Whites to sign your Satyr's Cunning. But don't tell Ben Whites that.
How good would Archfiend be without the clause that makes them take 2?
I think not good. I think the clause that makes them take 2 Ben Whites is actually really relevant. My guess is that the card would not see play without that clause. So yeah.
So what is Dark Slick Shores?
Okay.
You ready? You ready? Shout out to all the otherworldly gays in the chat! Happy Pride!
Yeah, happy Pride Month to all the otherworldly gays out there.
Hey, Procaris, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
Yeah, this is in fact... So, this is the, what do you call this? Oh my god.
Wow, John. Otherworldly Gaze is quickly becoming one of my favorite Magic cards because of how much I like this bit.
Oh my god. Greg, you should know, okay, so chat, as people may or may not be aware, I'm doing, informal coverage of the Japanese RC soon. It's I think the weekend after this one.
Okay.
Is when it is. And, oh wait, maybe it's this one. Wait, sorry. I'll double check the date. I apologize. Anyway, I'm doing informal coverage of the Japanese RC, and if anyone plays Neoform at the Japanese RC and casts Otherworldly Gaze, I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain myself.
You have to shout him out, though.
So, yeah, that's something I'm concerned about.
I have no thoughts about the gays of this world. They don't get a shout out. Only the otherworldly gays get a shout out.
Yeah, so I originally was pretty high on the Ocean deck. I had some pretty decent results with it. I top 8 RCQ with it, and does this help?
I think it doesn't.
Yeah, we need to find Spell Pierce, I think.
Yeah.
ASAP. Oh!
Nice.
So, I think that, Dark deck I was really pretty high on. I thought that it was going to be pretty good. I've sort of come around to, I'm worried that, the combo is not enough to fix the green matchup, and the deck is still bad against green. And at that point, I'm sort of not sure what I'm doing here playing it. And I also have this weird feeling when I play it. This is gonna sound weird, which is my win rate isn't horrible, but I'm concerned that I have to work so hard for my wins. I don't know. That's a weird thing to articulate. But I was feeling the same thing with other people, and when I heard when someone said to me, was actually I felt the same way. I keep winning, but it's I don't know. Every game is a struggle, and none of them are free. It's all pretty loose vibe-based reasoning, but
yeah.
I've decided that I do not like the Archfiend deck. Okay, well, I think we should Spell Pierce that.
Love it. I mean, it's awkward, but yeah.
Well, it's fine. We'll just find another Spell Pierce.
Yeah. Okay, a couple things. First of all, hey Numbers, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. Was quickly becoming one of your favorite cards a reference to Hearthstone? It was not. I have no idea what you're talking about. And what's our candle sponsor? It's a nice Sandalwood Shore Premium Soy Candle from gifted to us by friend of the stream Fjork3 a little while ago, which it's a pretty nice candle. Oh, nice! You won an RCQ with Blue White Lotus. That's awesome.
I think Blue White Lotus is quite good still. That deck I don't think is bad. I just don't think I'm going to play it. I'm worried that it's too low agency for me to play a tournament where I expect to be the literal best player. Not to sound too arrogant, but am I supposed to bin this? It'd be really nice to kill this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not quite sure how we plan on killing it, but I think I want to bin Leisure Sugar.
Well, multiple impulses.
Yeah, mostly we just I can't imagine wanting to cast it next turn or the next turn. Or that.
That kills it.
Yep.
I mean, I think Blue White Lotus is quite good. I definitely do not recommend Blue White Lotus. Do not recommend it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess we should opt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... And then the next question is, when's the right time to blitz this? I think it's their upkeep.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Why?
Well, what if they have a counterspell?
Oh, right.
Like Stubborn Denial, I think they play some number of those.
Okay, yeah.
Then I'd rather do it on their turn. Because, maybe they have, like, a way to dig for Neoform, but they don't actually have Neoform itself. So, like, the fact they spend a minute on their turn, like, buys a turn, something like that.
Yeah, also, what would we say the third mode of Founding of the Third Path does?
You cast an instant from your yard, basically.
Okay, so they're going to Thoughtseize.
Presumably.
Okay.
I mean, we don't actually know that, but yeah, that seems likely.
I guess they could strategic planning.
I strongly recommend not playing the card Demi-Lich, no matter what blue-red deck you play. In fact, in this case, I would like to quote friend of the stream. Actually, I don't know who originally said this. Wait, Azax, is this something Sam Sherman originally said? I'm actually not sure. But the quote anyway, it's great. It's, every time you reread Demi-Lich, it gets another line of text, and it's somehow worse. So, that's the quote. And that's about how I feel about the card Demi-Lich. I recommend not putting it in any decks. Wait, Azax, who said it? Did you say it? Who said it? You can see Demi-Lich, it's weird. Usually Magic cards have more words, they're more better. But Demi-Lich is just the exact opposite. It has millions of words, and it's unplayable. Yeah, Questing Beast is a good analogy, since Questing Beast is not playable. So, like, here's another nice fact for you. Has Questing Beast ever been good in a format that it was legal in? Just ever. No restrictions. Like, when the card was in Standard, it was bad.
It was good in Limited.
That's true. It was legal in Limited and good in Limited.
I bet if you open it in Throne of Eldraine Paigao, I bet it's one of the better cards you can open.
Oh my god! Throne of Eldraine Paigao has been called. Okay, so they didn't have Neoform. Or, well, they probably didn't. Maybe they wanted to Thoughtseize and clear the way.
Well, no, they Thoughtseize off Founding of the Third Path, right? Oh, they still
could have declined to cast Thoughtseize.
They still have to pay it. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, I guess plausibly it could have had Neoform and not want to cast it. I'm asking this because, like, I think it's kind of close here what we should do, honestly.
I think I want to cruise.
Okay, so if we cruise, we could cruise away our whole yard. It might be right to leave a spell.
Why?
Because then if we draw a second Fiery Impulse, we can double Impulse the Tasker.
Oh, well, we can double Impulse it anyway, because it's 2 then 3,
right? 2 then 3 works. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we should cruise away our whole yard. I think you're right. Then this seems clearly right to me. Right?
Yeah.
Because if they...
I mean, the other option is just play Drake, give him no time to find it.
I don't think that's right, though.
Well, because, wait, they are an Atraxa deck, right? They've discarded Atraxa.
Yeah, they're an Atraxa.
So if we play Drake and they turn their Tasker into Atraxa, they're not gonna be that dead next turn, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And I just think if we kill this, they're in a horrible spot.
Sure.
And if we brick and we have to just, like, play Fable, I just predict
yeah.
if we untap with the Fable, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be almost as winning as having Drake.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll counter this, possibly, which, okay, that's fine, too. I mean, maybe they're just digging for Neoform, but we're going to Fable in the meantime.
Yep. Alright, tell them a nice story. If they activate Tassiger, what are we giving them back? Otherworldly Gaze?
I don't know, really, but I predict we can give them something not very good. Yeah, someone, I forget who said this. I think was it Pascal who said that Otherworldly Gaze is both very skill intensive and very unplayable. So,
it's such high numbers for what it does, you know?
It is such high numbers. Okay, well, our Drake did the Thoughtseize, but, I think we'll be okay. So, like, I guess we might have an impossible situation of whether to keep one Fire Impulse on our turn.
Yeah.
I sort of want to bin both. I understand that...
I want to bin both also.
Okay. I mean, we're obscenely punished if we draw the second Impulse, but...
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Spell Pierce is an incredible draw. Like,
yeah.
Another Cruise is very good. Drake is very good. We have, like, a lot of very good draws. So I think it's fine. Nice. Okay. Should I consider first? I guess I think yes.
Yeah, because...
Well, I guess go to combat attack first.
Sure, yeah.
So if they kill a token, I want to slam Drake, I think. And they are a 4 Fatal Push deck, usually. Or sometimes they have, like, 3, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think including an Atraxa changes the playability of the Neoform deck? I mean, what does that mean? Like...
Also, isn't Atraxa what they always find?
Yeah, I thought they always found Atraxa. I don't understand. I mean, sometimes they have like one Dragon Lord, Atraxa or Tarka or whatever, but yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying, Atarka. They were talking about Atarka.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just misread. Yes. I do not think playing Atarka changes the play. No. Okay, well, that's unlucky that we blew that away, but let's slam this.
Yep.
I mean, now, by the way, we are in a spot where we might be able to beat Atraxa.
Yep.
It's not a given that we can, but it's not...
Now we definitely can.
Well, they draw a lot of cards.
Right.
It's not... I would say it's not a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading the message does explain the message, Wallace Wonder. That is correct.
I also always called it Atraca. I know that's wrong, but I guess now that Atraxa is a thing, calling it Atraca is pretty
You should
bad.
call it Atarka for clarity of the stream. As much as I hate to sacrifice bits for clarity of the stream...
Okay, but if anyone plays the command, I plan on still calling it Atraca's command. How's that?
Are we hyped for Lore Limited? I don't know.
I'm pretty high. I had a really good time playing it the other day, so I would say I'm pretty hyped for it.
Yeah, I would say I don't yet know if the format is good or bad, but I think that in general, just like new format Limited, some of the best Magic you can play.
Yeah.
Like Limited before anyone figures out what cards are good or what's going on is just the greatest. So I'm pretty excited for it, regardless of how good it is or isn't. Oh wow, they found it. They found the Atarka. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty bad for us, actually.
Yeah, sure is. Are we dead? 3 plus 7. Okay, so we're not that far from killing it, but we need to find something.
It says 3 in the yard.
Well, yeah, but so this is 7 damage because this is 3 and this is 4.
Yeah.
So, oh no, this is Thoughtseize. We're in real trouble. Oh, it's a delve thing. They're redelving. It's Tassiger. Wasn't it better to block there? I don't think so because they only attack. It's like
I mean,
if we had blocked, they would have replayed Tasker and then Neoformed into Atraxa, which is much worse.
Yeah.
Basically, I think our opponent only attacks there if A, they don't have Neoform, which case not blocking is right.
Yeah.
Or B, they have Neoform and another Delve thing.
they could also have nothing, and the idea is their only out is that we block and trade off our Drake.
Yes. So basically, I don't think I can construct a scenario where it's right to block.
Wait, this is enough, right? This kills it?
I think so.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5 is 9.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Blocking could be good if your opponent makes choices at random. That is maybe true, but assuming our opponent plays mean things, making the bold assumption that our opponent does things for reasons, I think blocking is clearly wrong. And honestly, okay, I'm like trolling a bit because I love to troll, but I legitimately think this is a somewhat important like Magic related point, which is that like, okay, like it's a free roll for more to attack, and they should clearly do it because the 4 damage matters. But also, I think there is literally no hand that exists where it's right for us to block.
Yeah.
Therefore, we shouldn't block. And always when your opponent makes a play, you should kind of ask like, what cards can they have such that my play is better? And if the answer is the empty set, you probably shouldn't make the play. Okay, so my intent, I think, is to go to 2 here.
I love going to 2 here.
Oh, they bought
They have
Jagantha.
Jagantha. That's
a problem.
very scary.
Well, it's fine. What are the odds they ever find a single land?
Pretty low.
Also, we could just draw a Drake here. Then we're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
It's like our 3rd Drake, though. I guess that's a little... Oh, God, our 4th.
4th?
All right, well, I don't think playing this land does anything.
Yeah.
And, like, we could Fable it away or Shredder it away or whatever, so I think we just
Yeah.
pass.
Wait, do you want to attack with Goblin Shaman?
Oh.
Because we're going to copy it and block.
Yeah, that seems good.
If they draw Fatal Push, whatever.
But that's nice. Sometimes nothing you did matters. Also, it's right to upkeep this.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
We know we're going to...
We died a Fatal Push anyway.
Yep. But, like... I mean, we know we're going to do this. So, like, I don't know. I'm playing around something weird.
What if they don't, for some reason, don't attack? Then we're punished?
Yeah. Oh. Wait, shit. That's a big punish.
Because we could end step it.
Oh, no, wait. Crap, I punt it. No, it was meaningful because now their task is just untapped instead of tapped. Yeah, that was not a good play. I'm sorry.
Wait, do you want to hold this? Probably not, right?
I think we should play it, but it's not a given. So if we play it, we pass. They're gonna use Tasker.
Well, no, they're gonna use Tasker in their end step, right?
Right.
Okay.
No, we should play it and then we can give them Thoughtseize.
Oh yeah, okay, good point.
That's pretty relevant.
Yeah.
And I know this means now we need to consider to get our loot or whatever, but that's gonna be fine, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure we're losing. I mean, we're kind of losing.
Yeah.
Like, I would say the current board position is volatile, I guess is what I'd say about it. We're losing, but we could easily win. Okay, give them Thoughtseize.
Yep. You could also give them second Tasker.
But they could trade this off and re-Tasker at some point. Like, legitimately, this turn, I think they can't attack with Tasker because we are threatening to copy and gang block.
Well, oh, right.
Which is pretty legitimate.
Right, and they can't even kill Ledger Shredder and Goblin Shaman.
Right. It's actually, like, I think they would kill Ledger Shredder in that spot, but it's actually pretty devastating.
Yeah.
So, like, I think they have to just, like, play Giganta and pass. Or I guess we have Tasker, but probably play Giganta and pass. I mean, they attack. I'm gonna do it, I think. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So they're gonna just Tasker. So now we can copy the... I guess I'd rather have a damage than a treasure. They're at 8.
Yeah.
So I think we should copy Ledger Shredder.
Yep. And what if this means they drew Fatal Push?
Maybe, but that's fine.
Well, now I don't think they did.
Okay, I'll play this one, I guess.
Why?
No real reason, I suppose. Okay. So you just want to attack them for 1, I think?
To leave the threatening double block? Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I think this is good. Yeah, I assume if they drew push, they would attack.
Oh yeah, good point.
I don't know what it means that they didn't play Giganta. My honest suspicion is that our opponent just made a mistake.
Okay.
Because, like, I can't really construct a card that makes this make sense.
Yeah. Maybe they drew Stubborn Denial?
Oh, Gaze makes sense. Yeah, Gaze does make sense. Because it gives them, like, a lot of looks at Neoform.
Oh, that's true.
And it's also just, like, castable with the Tasker activation also. Like, they don't have to flash it back here. They can just use Tasker again if they'd rather.
Although it is awkward. They should... Because if they kept anything on top...
Oh, this is awkward too. We get to a bunch of loots now.
Yeah.
They really should have let us sack this first. So I want to resolve the copy first. So this is the original, so this is the copy.
Yep.
So, okay. Alright, discard this.
Yep.
And then I think I want to let this resolve and not consider yet.
Yes, I agree.
Alright. Let that resolve.
So wait, how many cards did they ban off the Gaze? All 3? No.
No, I think all 3. Stubborn Hope, False Fitting Hope. Yeah, all 3.
Okay, and they banned all 3 again?
Okay, wait, they... Yes.
Okay. If they flashback another Otherworldly Gaze, I think I maybe want to consider to try and find Spell Pierce. Especially if they're doing it right now.
It's just that it'd be really good to double spell with other letters, but I guess maybe that doesn't matter. Okay, I'm down, I think.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think we're just very likely to be able to double spell. Like, most of our things are instant.
Okay, let's consider, Okay. Well, it's not really punished because they were in the Thoughtseize anyway. Like, we have to bin this because of Thoughtseize, I assume. Right?
Do you think they're going to cast it? I guess if we top, they will. Because they're a little bit dying.
That's true. I still think we should bin.
Okay.
I'm not sure, though. What do you think?
Okay, let's bin it.
Well, punished, I suppose.
Bobbin thinks spinning is way too deep. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. Like, I think, like, if you're our opponent and you untap here and you have Thoughtseize and a spare mana, you're definitely gonna Thoughtseize us if we topped.
It's our end of turn, yeah.
Like, I just think that like it's kind of maniacal to not Thoughtseize us if you know that's what happened. Founding the third. Okay, that time they topped 1 card. So they've now topped a card.
It's almost certainly Neoform, right?
That was they knew that was their last Otherworldly Gaze.
That's true.
So the range is wider. Yeah, in fact, they're going to Thoughtseize us.
Okay.
Which is what I anticipated. Oh, maybe I should have actually responded to that by copying Ledger Shredder. Probably not though, because that commits me and there's an attack again. All right. So let's loot.
Yeah. Open chat? Is our opponent chatting with us? That's one good game. They're just talking about this game.
I mean, this is a good game. It's also not over.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to just let this resolve. I don't think there's been copy and response or whatever.
Yeah.
Fatal Push is an issue. All the other cards are beatable, but the Fatal Push is going to be a huge problem. Let's see. What are we going to do about that? I guess one of the problems is it's also revolted, isn't it?
That's true.
What time is it now? How far are we from 11:26?
It's 11:31.
Okay, so they sent this 5 minutes ago. Okay, so they're just going to pass. I mean, if they pass, I'm going to EOT copy something.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to be Ledger Shredder. I get that they can then... Well, wait. It's complicated. If I copy Ledger Shredder, they'll then push Ledger Shredder response, presumably.
Yeah.
Since then they have lethal. So I guess I should just copy Goblin.
Makes sense.
And if they kill Ledger Shredder, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a great plan. Can we draw... We can draw a Lava Axe if Ben White has the courage. I'm sort of surprised they didn't just push the Fable, but I don't know, because the thing is, like, now, like, we can get up to some shenanigans, right? Like let's say, okay, right, so they're pushing this, but, like, let's say we draw Crackling Drake, like, it's actually really bad for them.
That's true.
And I think they didn't need to give us that out. Like, I think pushing the Reflection makes that a lot less good, but now I think we're dead.
Yeah.
So, let's concede.
Dang.
Unlucky. Close game. Yeah, we almost scrapped all the way back from being the first Neoform, which would have been sweet, but that's okay. Okay, Dispute's in for sure.
Gust.
I think Gust is definitely good. I also think Stroke might weirdly be good.
Interesting.
Well, it counters the Delve creatures.
Oh, that's true.
Countering a Delve creature is awesome. I understand that Sunday's Cat's Delve creature, like, before we have Stroke up or whatever.
Yeah.
But if we ever land it, like, it's obscene, right?
Yeah.
And, like, we have a lot of cards cut. Like, I understand that game these were good, but I don't think we really want to be, like, small burn spelling. Like, I think we'd leave the blitzes but, like, cut all of this stuff is my guess, right?
Do you want Mazermind Tome? It's
okay. We might want it. I guess Fading Hope is actively good, I think.
Yes.
Spellcrease is actively good. This could be a cut the second Spike Field matchup. That's plausible.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Just like, I don't know, it's a grinding matchup. We want to draw more lands and spells. And like, I often cut the fourth Drake in matchups like this, where like it's not really about that. And I don't want to tap out necessarily.
Yeah.
So, I think this is pretty good.
Okay, I'm in. What the fuck is a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor? Great question.
Well, so, okay, imagine a creature that is a raptor and it has power over thunder, and imagine that creature gets really pissed.
Okay. Also,
and it goes like nuts.
Imagine it can attack the turn it comes into play, but will be sacrificed, but when it leaves play, you get to draw a card.
This seems like a sneak to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to close this now. If they say more things, I'll open again.
Yeah. Ariel, let us know. Thunder Raptor is Vadrock. Oh, I see.
I assume that's the name of Thunder Raptor.
Yeah. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor should have Blitz.
Blitz and Thunder Raptor should have Blitz. That's pretty reasonable, yeah. I would say that all cards that have Blitz in the name should have Blitz. Ben White's, when are we going to errata Blitz Thunder Raptor have Blitz? Can you give us an ETA on that? Or okay, so let's opt, I think.
Sure.
I mean, because I am going to top a land.
Wait, don't we want to consider because we want to land because we want to put non-lands into the ban?
Because any non-land we've been...
Yeah.
Yes, no, you're right. We should consider.
For future blitzes, for example.
That is correct. Also, we might not end up casting all these, another thing.
Yeah.
Basically, Chad, I hope you like that we devised this first thing and then we immediately violated it because it was correct. Yeah, basically, the thing about the land is, I think that is usually true, but here it's complicated because we just might not have time to cast all of these, is one thing. We might, loot one away to Ledger Shredder, and in any scenario like that, will be happily considered.
Interesting, so they put Neoform in the bin.
Okay, so they have Neoform.
Yeah, they're looking for others.
I mean, is second... I think we want to land when we want this.
I think we want to land, yeah.
Okay, especially because that's not a land.
Yeah, it's okay, this is.
Nice. Alright, well, they can't go off on 2, so I think we slam Ledger Shredder.
Yeah? If we had Disdainful Stroke, would you think about holding it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we can just win our mana either way, because we can off plus consider.
Yeah.
So, a base Systematic Belcher stream, you're talking about the Matt Nass deck? I can imagine streaming the Matt Nass deck, but I don't know if Greg would enjoy it very much. You have to understand that this is a two-person stream, therefore the opinions of both hosts has a lot of relevance to what we do. Ooh, nice. You did say land or Crackling Drake? Yeah. I think I want to just discard the Crackling Drake. It seems like the worst card.
I can imagine discarding one of the, cards that, like the opt.
But I think, maybe after they take the Gust, we might just, want to opt into more counters. It's, a good way to trigger our Ledger Shredder.
Okay.
And I don't really want to tap
out. Yeah, okay.
The Lotus Belcher deck does have a lot of math. That is true. Every Cleveland bitch should amount to 100th the Belcher stream. That does seem pretty reasonable, honestly. Since every
Why are we hating on the Cleveland bit? Our best bit.
Well, because I hate it. Is why. So
for those who don't know, the Cleveland bit is to randomly talk about Cleveland at random times.
Well, it's a very specific time. It's when we talk about going anywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All right. So the question now is, should I main phase some stuff? Because if we consider and let's say we consider and bin any card.
Yeah.
I guess then we'd be tapping out for the cruise. I don't really want to do that. Maybe we should just pass an EOT, opt, consider, loot, and then untap and cruise.
Yeah, but I want to play the land.
Yeah, okay. I
guess we could play it tapped, huh? It doesn't matter.
I think untap. No, okay. Untap I think is actually right.
Okay.
Imagine that they cast something we wanted to spell pierce, we pierced it, and then we wanted to play both spells.
Yeah.
That's a pretty real scenario. Any plans to come to Katoma for 20k? I have no idea what event you're talking about, so I would say you don't have plans to do that.
Yeah.
But, anything's possible. He's always doing that? Man. Really shout out to that one person's coworker. By the way, if they cast a Tusseek right here, well, I guess we should spell pierce that.
I think so.
Because it protects our crews if they want to take that. If they don't want to take that, then, we'd be giving them a choice.
I guess we're giving him 2 life.
Yeah, I would say I agree with Sam Black. I don't know what the tournament being described is, but I do have some curiosity about it.
Oh, they're gonna delve here?
Okay, so this goes on the stack. Should we respond with...
Oh.
Well, I guess no, because...
Well, we could respond with both, but I don't think we want to do
that.
No,
but we'll get a connive when we cast one of them.
Right.
Right? So there's no reason... Because we just, loot into Disdainful Stroke here.
Yeah. Oh, right. Nice. That would be sweet.
So I think we should just let it resolve.
Okay.
And then we can still on the stack do stuff we want to do it. Nice!
Wow, you're so smart!
So now we discard opt.
Yep.
Not opting first, rewarding us this game. Now...
Sorry, which Disdainful Stroke was this?
Disdainful Stroke.
Oh, my favorite Disdainful Stroke!
Do I let away the second cruise? Probably, right? Do we think we'll need a second?
I don't think we need to consider.
I mean, it might, yeah.
Oh, it might get a connive, I guess.
But I guess, wait, is it sane to loot this consider? I think it's not insane. Oh, it's team trios.
I want to discard the consider.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if this is right or not. Oh, my favorite.
Thanks, miniature catfish. I was proud of that one.
Many of our jokes on this stream are extremely stupid.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a team. Oh, this is the Team Trios RCQ thing. That's the one where they really should switch the formats, because I'd go if they switched the formats, and I'm their target audience, I assume. Yeah, I think I just maxed Delvis, even though I understand we have another Delvis.
Yeah.
We'll fill it fast. We got Ledger Shredder. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fastest graveyard filler in the West.
I think our opponent is the fastest graveyard filler in the West.
That's a reasonable point. Bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is, Isaac would have declared victory like 2 turns ago.
Isaac would have declared victory more than 2 turns ago.
Yeah, that's probably
it's
true.
Turn 4.
Wow. Just so you know, if there ever is a Momir Basic GP, I think that I'm a ringer. I'm very good at Momir Basic.
What if it's like a 2013 Momir Basic?
I mean, I believe that improves my chances. Okay, so it looks like they're pushing the Ledger.
I would like to Smell Fierce this.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think they're just getting beat up at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe every Magic player thinks that, but I'm right. Momir's a lot about...
Every Magic player also thinks that. Great format.
Well, that's quite the format you propose, Sam. All right, let's loot, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bennett.
And then we're gonna bounce that thing.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna be able to replay it. This is kind of unsportsmanlike conduct, honestly.
Yeah.
We can discard that.
Wait, I want to discard the op for... Okay, I was gonna say for damage reasons.
I mean, it's still 2 turns either way.
Yeah, but if it's 5 and then we put it as 6 and they have mana confluence, like...
That's fair.
Yeah. It's a promotional event to preview new cards. I mean, that would be great.
I'm very interested in the event you're proposing, Sam. It's pretty sweet. I think the problem with it is that it's going to really take away the hype from upcoming sets to a pretty aggressive degree. Yeah, I think our deck's perfect.
What if we cut a Maze Mind Tome for a Drake? With the idea being like, if we're going to tap out for something, I want to tap out... I guess it's only 2,
well,
but...
the idea of the Maze Mind Tome is that on turn 4 we play it with card drop or loot up.
Okay.
I think I prefer the tome.
Okay.
But yeah. We'd only have creatures spoiled. Yeah, but what if how hyped would this Lord of the Rings set have been if I just revealed all of the creatures to you just literally a year in advance?
Yeah.
Because that's sort of what you're posing. It's really far out, right? Like all of 2014.
What I really like about it is there'd be cards, you would see cards that are when this ETVs, you are tempted by the ring.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, what does that even do? What does that even mean? And then, but they'd have to explain it. The cards in play in a moment.
That's true. I guess
you'd be like, Judge, I've been tempted by the ring. What would you say happens? And the judge is going to be like, well, let me explain. There's a ring emblem. Are we legitimately debating this idea? I wouldn't say our debate is particularly legitimate, no. So, I'm going to go with a no to that question. Steven's untapped?
Yeah.
I mean, we're certainly going to play this thing blue side, but I guess you never know.
Yeah.
This is a stream where we are willing to consider all ideas no matter how absurd. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's actually untrue. We're not really willing to consider ideas that are both not funny and not informative.
Yeah.
And are not bits. There's an important bits qualifier. All right, I should consider here, I guess.
Agreed.
That's nice.
I guess so, yeah.
We're the fastest graveyard filler in the West, as I've said.
In the West, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if we should play this. Well, yeah, it's pretty dangerous. They could EOT otherworldly gaze into untapped Tassic or Neoform or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it takes slightly more work than that, but the point is I think waiting 1 turn is pretty sane.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I like that.
Okay.
I agree.
It is going to slightly complicate our cantrip usage, but I think it's fine.
It's fine.
All the charts that were changed development. Oh my god. That's nice. I like that. Where oh yeah, by the way, the versions are not final. This I think clearly resolves.
Yeah, I agree. It's just Surveil 3.
Yes. I don't know who that person is, but I'm going to congratulate them also.
Yeah!
I like to get in on some nice congrats.
Okay, so they kept a card.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that means all that much.
I agree, but it's worth noting.
It is worth noting. And we have noted it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I think I should consider her.
Yep.
That seems very good.
I agree.
And I want to do this.
I agree.
We'll figure out our connive value some other time.
Yeah.
Man, people getting a lot of nice comments. That might be good.
Just because we want to keep hitting our land drops?
Yeah, but I guess maybe the Smart Ledger's Twitter will... we might not be able to cruise. I think we should top.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
And this is an opt, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were consider, I think I might bin.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
I think this is a bin off consider top off opt angle.
Yeah.
Okay, I still want to play this. I know we could maybe use, like, Thoughtseize into Tasker into Neoform or something, but...
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's hard to play around, for one thing. For another thing, I do think, like, getting something going is pretty relevant here. Seattle RCQs are basically Pvs since that you've never won one. That sounds about right, Matt. I do generally assume that all events that Matt hasn't won are the same. Just Matt specifically, though, not anyone else.
Yeah. I don't know. Matt hasn't won MTG Summit, so I've won every tournament that Matt's never won because they're all the same.
I have no comment on that claim.
So didn't win First Core Guilds of Ravnica. So you're saying I am a PT champion also?
In a sense. Many things are true in a sense.
That's my favorite way for things to be true. Really? I feel like this stream has been a little above average unhingedness, which is saying a lot.
Well, that's because I led the stream by discussing my 100-0 matchup hypothetical.
That's true. That did happen.
Also known as the most broken deck in Pioneer.
Yeah. This
so,
deck doesn't really exist, for the record.
If it does...
Aw, I'm the PG champion of your hearts.
Yeah, that's definitely true. In our hearts, I came in like 32nd.
I like 32nd.
I was just trying to be accurate, you know? Yeah, I guess this is sort of a punish for the line we took. I think I would do it again, though.
It's okay.
I feel like we're going to figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
You certainly top 16. Nice. I appreciated the debate of what exactly my finish was in our hearts. Yeah, the issue here is I'm not sure we can cruise.
Yeah.
I kind of think we should chill.
Okay.
And I think we should haul?
If we're going to chill, I want to haul.
Yeah. We can chill later. And we can do stuff later.
Yeah. I guess I am worried about, like, Fair Tassiger beating us here.
I don't think it's that likely. At some point, we'll, like, Blitz of Thunder after it, if nothing else.
True.
I mean, it's obviously not... Oops, sorry. It's obviously not, like, impossible.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem... Like... Plus, our other option is just, like, never play Ledge Shredder, which just, like... I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I really should target based on color identity. Should I dispute this?
I think I want to.
Yeah, I think so, too. It, like, fills the yard for our Treasure Cruise, and also, like, this digs towards Neoform. It fills the yard for their second Devil creature to be, like, including Mandrills or something. Like, it just seems like this, like, disrupts them to a pretty large extent. And we also just have Treasure Cruise, so...
Yeah. I think they have the card Stubborn Denial.
So you don't want a Treasure Cruise?
No, I think we're not getting away from it.
Okay, well, then we should opt first because it's free, I assume.
Yeah. And I guess we kind of want them to use it on that, not us re-countering.
Yeah, or at least it's not horrible for them to.
Yeah.
And I want to play this first just in case they have specifically Mystical Dispute.
Okay.
I understand that's not, like, particularly likely, but I just think, like...
Yeah.
I don't want to randomly lose a dispute.
And we're going to play it anyway.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Nice. Is there any reason to do any of this now? I don't really think so.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty happy to take another 4 Tassiger beats.
Yeah.
It is awkward that we've drawn both strokes post-Tassiger, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It seems like our post-board deck is pretty great in this matchup, even if there are some holes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep.
Part of why it's so fine is that we don't have a good way to counter it.
Yep. We can opt into Spell Pierce.
That's true.
Okay, there are now 3 Neoforms gone.
All right. So
Right,
I guess the Fair Beats are pretty much their plan now.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they have the 4th. I assume they've had well...
I don't know if that's true or not. Wait, didn't they ban Neoform super early? Wait.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so they have the 4th. I agree.
Yeah.
I guess I'll consider, sorry.
I mean, they know we have Gust, right?
Ooh, that's great. Let's top that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if we can play it this exact turn, but it's definitely a way to beat Tassiger.
Yeah.
That might be bad. There's like 3 cards in the bin, and our hand is not very good at expending cards.
Okay, I think it is bad.
I think we should bin it.
Yeah.
Have they gone through any foundings? Yes, some foundings. I don't know.
I guess
just
no.
one. I guess
there's
one.
Just one. Yeah.
Well, clearly we countered one, so they've gone through.
That's right.
Okay, I want to shock and slam Drake.
Okay.
We have a lot of counter spells up. I mean, I guess we're still bad against Thoughtseize, but we also would be if we left up all our mana. So
yeah.
It seems hard to get away from this. Drake can just trade from the Tassiger if they attack. That's fine. And then we'll just re-Drake and presumably beat him up.
Yep.
Yeah. If they do have Thoughtseize plus go for it, the other thing is our Drakes are large enough to trade. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Aether Gust.
Oh, they'll now make us counter unless we pay 1.
I mean, if they have that, good beats.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, yeah.
I think there's no way we aren't supposed to play Drake there.
Yep.
Like, I think that's not reasonable. I mean, maybe they have the Atarka again.
I mean, I assume that's what they're gonna get.
But then we can just re-Drake still.
Yep.
Like, I think we might be... I think we're more afraid of Atraxa here, actually.
Okay.
I mean, now, notably, the Atarka is like a Lava Axe.
We can't Disdainful Stroke the Neoform. That doesn't work.
Yeah. The problem with stroking the Neoform is that it is not a legal play. Aside from that, it's great, though. It certainly would be great were it legal.
Yes.
But this is actually okay. I mean, look, it's bad against, like, a way to Revolt plus Fatal Push, but that's actually asking a lot.
Yeah.
The way to Revolt is far more trivial. I think this lane's supposed to come to play, so I didn't ask you.
Yep, I agree.
But I think it was right. If they don't have a way to kill the Drake, because they can't Revolt their Fatal Push, and they don't have any other kill spells, which I think is all true,
yeah.
then...
We saw Abrupt Decay, but that also doesn't kill Drake, right?
Sure. But then, like, we're basically all set, because, like, these things are gonna trade. Like, maybe they stare at each other for a while, but at some point they'll trade.
Yeah.
And they're never resolving another Delve thing. Like, that isn't happening. I mean, that has to be fine.
Yep.
I don't really know what they're going to do with it, to be honest. Like, I have no idea. Ah, wait, I see. Maybe their plan is that that's a way to Revolt Fatal Push.
Oh.
I mean, it is that. Like, that is one of the things it does. Like, next turn, they can cast a spell from the yard.
Well, and if they had just milled, maybe they were searching to mill Fatal Push there. Maybe they don't have it.
Well, but I mean, if they could have gone straight to mode, yeah.
If they had Fatal Push,
we were just dead to going straight to mode 3.
Right?
Although they might have been playing around like a Spell Pierce or something.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated. They milled Aether Gust. Oh, that's true. Okay, easily stroke that. Well, because I sort of think we should just play a Drake and pass in this spot.
Well, we have to, or else we die to the Aether Gust.
Oh.
Unless we can grow the Drake by 3.
Right. And we currently... It doesn't appear that we have a way to grow the Drake by 3.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Oh. Okay, new plan.
Okay.
I mean, I think we should play Drake still, and then we should bounce this.
Oh, bouncing that's very good, huh?
Yes, but let's play Drake first.
Okay, yeah.
Funnily enough, the Neoform deck is not particularly good against bounce spells. It's also not particularly good, to be fair. So saying it's not good against bounce spells is sort of saying that bounce spells are a thing. This lane, I think we can... Oh, wait, no, wait. Actually, I want to be able to animate this. We can still animate it. I'll play it.
I want to play it.
Okay. Would you say that our opponent's hope in this spot is fading?
It's fading? I think it is.
Yeah. All right.
They're off it.
I think concession was warranted.
Yeah. And they just had no more Neoforms left in their deck. I mean, I guess they can use their Saga, but they, like, the Saga was going off. They would have had to find a guy in another Saga.
They were in real trouble.
Yeah.
All right. New match. We win the roll. Do we know what our opponent's playing? Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Classic, just, I don't know. Shibot's not telling me. I mean, this hand seems fine. What could go wrong?
Isn't this hand awful?
Is it? I mean, we have a kill spell and a spell pierce, and then
I guess. Okay.
Is it awful? I don't know.
I mean, it kind of doesn't do. Okay, we can keep.
Well, my thought is sort of like, okay, like if we keep this hand,
Yeah.
basically all we need to draw is like any spells.
Yeah.
Um.
Okay, keep it.
I mean, I think the biggest flaw here is I am somewhat relying on Spikefield Hazard to be a do anything.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's like that bad. Yeah, I mean, I think my intent is to play this on red, with the idea that if we need to Spikefield, we really need to do it on 1.
Wait, I'm gonna play it on blue.
Oh wait, you're right. Okay, River Glide.
Okay. Fading Hope does not only bounce things with mana value 3 or less. It can bounce anything, but if it has something with mana value 3 or less, then you get to scry.
That said, if that comment was intending to be trolling, then a great troll. I'm gonna main face this, by the way.
Yeah. Maybe they'll Invasion of Gabagool us here right now.
Love to be Invasion of Gabagool here. Okay, well this is fine. Spell Pierce is about to turn into a real card.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Now our mana even works. Greg, I think we might win this game with ease.
Yeah?
I mean, obviously, it's far from over. Like, if they play an Adeline here, we could easily lose, but...
Yeah, that would be scary.
That is fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you think if we win this game by enough, we can convince Norfin to change decks? Alright, so I think we should discard these 2 cards, what do you think?
Agreed.
How do you beat Thalia? I'm just going to play through it. I don't know to say, like, I'll find another kill spell at some point. I think that you're kind of over-indexing on that DC. I don't know, like... I think not spike fielding is... Oh, you're saying, like, wait till their turn to spike field in case they play Thalia, take 2 for more info? That could maybe be right. I misunderstood the line you were going for.
I think I want to play Ledger Shredder Impulse here.
Well... Oh.
Rather than just Slam Drake.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That sounds pretty reasonable. And in that case, I guess I want to just do it all first.
Ari wants to Slam Drake.
Well, it might be right to Slam Drake.
Actually, well...
Like,
so that's bad against, like, another ossification.
I mean...
But it's not even that bad, right? Like...
Well, yeah, if it... Against... Wait, I think I want to Slam Drake.
Okay, let's Slam Drake. I've
wow,
come around.
I don't know what just happened in the chat, but a lot of things happened.
We're learning about the flavor text of Unsummon.
All right.
And MTG Bot is kind of delayed, and so it took some time. Someone asked a few minutes ago.
All right.
But we just got it now. And since Unsummon's been reprinted a lot, there are a lot of different flavor texts said by all sorts of different creatures throughout Magic's history, including Sharum the Hegemon and Captain Valek of Jess.
Wow. I love Captain Valek of Jess.
Simon the Quiet and Ashuriel Void Mage.
Okay, so they have Castle here.
They have Castle.
Igandro.
Igandro.
Because that's the only card they could possibly have. Right?
Yes.
Like.
So, does that make you want to block or not block?
I think I want to not. Well, is it fine? I think if they have one card. If their card is a Igandro, we should clearly not block. So I think we should not block.
Okay.
So...
Could it be Brave?
mean, it's maniacal if it's brave, but it could be. I think we should not block.
Okay, I'm down. And hey, Luna Ian, thanks for the raid and welcome to the stream.
Partially, I just think that, like, I don't know. I think we're not going to be very punished for doing this. Because just, like, blocking on a turn when we have multiple blockers is very easy. Like, that turn is imminent.
Yeah.
And the Gondor will cost more later because the Kithing will be dead.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's better for, like, a lot of reasons. Like, my intent here, I think, is to Ledger Shredder Fiery Impulse with the idea that if we draw a land, we can then play even another spell.
Okay, yeah.
That's unreasonable to
How's Drake's going? It's been great. Yeah.
It's a little mana efficient if we don't draw the spell, but I think it's still right.
Yeah.
And I want to hit this, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I guess we could hit Recruiter, given they have no cards.
If they run a Recruitment Officer next turn, my sort of opinion is that's fine.
Yeah.
I want to discard this, I think.
Yeah. Also, I kind of want to just fire off the Blitz.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, cool, yeah.
On the Recruitment Officer?
Yeah.
All right, but are you ready for the real question?
Yes. My answer is yes.
All right, who's the beatdown?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they have a Gondro, so next turn they can attack with Thali's Lieutenant and, like, a Gondroist, but the thing is, I think we can maybe just double block. Also, maybe we can just block the Shredder and kill them next turn.
Yeah.
Basically,
or
it'll
just
be fine.
Take one.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to take 3, but luckily the Gondro is not currently up.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just eat the token and bounce off.
Yep.
Seems totally fine. And I predict our opponent is dead.
Yeah.
So I guess I want to cast this. Or I guess first we should copy the Drake.
Okay. Yep. Because we'll draw a card.
Yeah. And I know this denies the option to copy the Drake on their turn, but I think it's fine.
They'll be dead.
There won't be a their turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
Yep.
Treasure Cruise for everything. Trigger Connive.
Classic using Treasure Cruise as a 1 mana burn spell.
I
as
love
it's now been twice.
You want to cruise first to guarantee Connive? What do you mean I did guarantee Connive? I don't understand.
He wanted a counter on the Ledger Shredder. He wanted you to spend 1 more mana.
Well, our deck is much better than Demi-Lich, so
Yeah.
glad to be of service. Alright, so in this matchup, so I think it somewhat depends on their exact config. Like, basically, I like roughly this, and I know this is 4 for 5.
Yeah.
And I sort of think that the minutia here depends on how good you think Spell Pierce will be against them.
Sure, we did see ossification.
Right, I start from the assumption that every opponent has 4 announcements plus board.
Yeah.
So I think maybe they should have less than 4. Like, I've had my sideboard plans where I don't put in all 4, but
sure.
But like, most of my opponents seem to have it a lot, so I'm going to assume that all my opponents have boarded 4. If they all board in 4, then I think you want like 1-ish Spell Pierce. Does that sound the same to you?
That does sound same
like,
to me.
I would like to counter one announcement sometimes. Sometimes I don't care. We just Drake them.
Sure.
So I think like this is a pretty reasonable sideboard plan. I could easily see like given that we've seen Ossification, that improves this card, right?
Yeah.
Like, given that we've seen that, like, maybe 2 is right. Like, that's plausible, but we don't actually have any other obvious bad cards.
Yeah, I mean, we could cut an Opt because of the, like, Thalia issue, but...
Yeah, I think, like, it's not unreasonable to cut an Opt for Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
But, maybe we should do that. You want to do this? Or you off it?
I want to keep the Opt in. If we see stuff that makes me want it, we can bring it back in.
What do I think about the 5-color Incarnation deck? So, okay, here's my opinion on the 5-color Incarnation deck. The deck had about a 50% win rate, and all of its matchups are insanely polarized. So I sort of think if you're playing that deck, you're sort of agreeing to just play the raw matchup lottery, which, obviously, like, if you know your local metagame and the deck is great, fine. But an open field where I know nothing, I would never want to play that. I just think I have a lot of skill edge that I'm giving up by playing a deck with essentially no close matchups. And I think that, like, the deck's win rate isn't, like, commiserate with sacrificing that edge. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously the deck was... so that's my opinion.
But I think it's a very reasonable choice to bring to a Pioneer tournament.
I mean, I just think you can probably do better, is sort of my opinion.
Also, thanks, Ren Zorana, MTG. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow.
Okay, I want to pass here, I think.
Oh.
Actually, hold on. Maybe we should main phase Strangle. Because both of them deal 3 damage and we're not getting away from that.
Yeah, I like that.
I just can't really imagine not killing this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Like, if they play Thalia, it'll be fine. We'll just impulse it.
Right. In fact, if they play Thalia, we also might not impulse it.
You play the card Ledger Shredder.
Like, I mean, it's pretty reasonable to play Ledger Shredder here, I think.
I think so.
Like, we might take a hit for 3, but that's fine.
Yeah, like, the scary thing is, like, Adeline, but we'll eat the token and be fine.
Yeah, and then we'll, like, clean
that up, yeah.
Like, I think it's just always
And
fine.
leave them with just Adeline.
Yeah. Facing down, like, a growing Shredder.
Yeah.
I also just think, like, I don't know, we put Shredder in our deck, we kind of want to play it on 2 a lot of the time.
Yeah, we gotta play it at some point.
Well, it's better to play earlier, because that's what the card does. Does the...
I think people are still gonna bring red-black mid to local RCQs.
Well, probably, but it's probably trending downwards.
Yeah.
My opinion is, though, I actually question the assumption you're making. To be no longer in Tier 1, you must have first been in Tier 1.
Wow. Oh, you mean about Incarnation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think Incarnation was in Tier 1 before that.
Yeah.
So there's my opinion on that question.
Doesn't mean it's unplayable. You don't, Tier 2 decks are fine.
Okay, I want to do the consider impulse thing main
Yep,
phase.
agreed.
Because we might draw, we might draw cards saying something. Okay, that's clearly good.
Yes.
But I don't think we can do it... Well, wait. So we top this... Yeah, there's still no way to get the 4th damage, I think.
It's fine. I want to kill Lieutenant with the impulse now anyway.
Yes.
While we can.
To play around Brave, you're thinking.
Well, and because it's going to be more than 3 damage next turn. It's going to be more than a...
Well, we could wait till their turn, I'm saying. But...
Sure, yes.
Okay, Fable.
Yep.
Kill that, and then we Steam Vents, untapped.
Wait, do you want to Steam Vents tapped?
I think with 2 cantrips in our hand, I'd like to get them going.
Blitz. Okay, yeah.
Like, yeah. Because we cantrip on their turn, which actually curves really nicely into untapped cantrip, Blitz, Connive.
Yeah, that's true.
So... I would not recommend red-black right now. I mostly think that it is not clear to me what red-black does better than red-black sack. Mm-hmm. My opinion is sort of like, I don't really see what the matchup you're gaining in when relative to that deck is, and if that's true, then I just don't think you should play it. Like, I think, I give this spiel a lot, but the number one reason decks are bad in Magic is that they're a worse version of another deck. And I think that is currently the space red-black mid is occupying. I think it is a worse version of another deck. Right, you want to consider here?
Yep.
Okay, wait. So I think we might want to bin that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, which are kind of cantrip flooded.
Yeah.
Because we don't need it for this, really, but it just seems like the play. Bomb and Cheese, I think red-black is worth red-black sack. That's my opinion.
So I guess we could opt first.
I mean, I guess we should. I don't really see why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
It could change our play in some way. That's a little clunky, but it might be needed to take out the Thalia's Lieutenant, which is going to grow out of range of the other small burn spells.
Yeah.
I think we should top.
I'm
not... Okay.
It is a little awkward, though.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. I mean, my favorite would have been Fire Impulse.
Yeah.
Obviously. I almost am main phasing this again.
Yep.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have, actually. Oh, it's complicated. Wait, shit. That might have been wrong.
Oh, because
there's Re-Adeline versus Brave.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I think most humans players leave in some number of Braves in this matchup.
Yeah.
Like a less than 4 but greater than 0 number. So, like, the Brave thing is pretty real. But the second Adeline thing is also pretty real. Okay. So, I mean, I think we should kill all their creatures that move, basically.
Yep.
So, I guess start with Strangle on this thing?
Yep.
And then if they Brave, we can respond. Alright, so now I guess I think we should go to their upkeep and blitz. Right? You're thinking about playing Fable? Or
no, I like go to their upkeep and blitz.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's definitely right to upkeep. For the record, Norfin, yeah, I think Brave is good-ish in this matchup. I think when I was playing this matchup, I was leading in the 2 to 3 range.
Wait, do it, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you want tons, but I think it lets you tempo them out deeply awesome. I think Archfiend combo is not good, is my current opinion. Or at least the code hasn't been cracked. I don't think the right build has been found.
Yeah.
it's very possible that a good build exists, but I don't think anyone in the world, including me, knows what that build is. Nothing? What is their hand? Nothing is so weird.
Oh, yeah. Nothing is super weird.
Okay, so if they had a land, they would have played it. Even if they Gonjo.
Yeah.
Right? So, if they had a land, they would have played it. If they had a creature, they would have played it.
Yep.
If they had Brave, they would have played it in their upkeep. They had a card before they drew.
Right.
So even if we assume they drew Brave, well, so yes. Where I'm going with this is I think they have to have removal.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that can be in their hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if they have removal, typically Mono White boards out Cathar in this matchup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume they have no Cathars. If they have no Cathars and they have Destroy Evil or, like, Ossification or anything like that, then Fable's the play.
Yeah.
So I think we should play Fable.
Yep, love it.
All right. To be clear, I knew you saw where I was going earlier than that, but as always, I was making sure chat knew. Chat knew.
I knew that you knew that I saw where you were going and was just explaining it to chat, but I wanted chat to know that I loved it.
Okay. Yeah, as far as...
Wow, that was that story that you were trying to tell our opponent?
It was an evil story.
Not a very friendly story?
Well, I think we somewhat expertly played around their hand, it appears.
Yeah.
And now, like, they had to spend 2 cards, and I have bad news for our opponent.
Yeah, we didn't want those loots anyway.
Yeah.
I think I would play this Canal, by the way.
I'm probably going to, but we might as well see our card.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Drake is... It's next. I would like to say once again that I'm not interested in making plays that are better against opponents who make decisions at random. Yeah, well, I knew that. You knew that. I knew that. Oh my god. Yeah, great unhinged comment. Good work, chat. Second Drake.
Second Drake.
You know what they say about Drake is that one good Drake deserves another. And then we need to assess whether to attack.
It kind of seems like we... Oh.
Well, now we should attack.
We should attack?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's now just...
No,
lethal.
now we shouldn't.
Well, okay, wait. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not complicated. If they have a kill spell, it's right to stay home.
Yeah.
And a kill spell is the only thing that saves them being dead next turn.
Correct.
All right, great. Right, not attacking is just better.
Yeah.
We should maybe opt main phase, though.
So if we find a land, we can play it?
Well, would we play... I guess we would play a land... It's better only if we find, like, Spire Bluff Canal. Because an untapped land, we could make the same choice.
Yeah.
But I guess it's pretty... I think Spire Bluff thing is... Oh, it also might make them not go for it. I think we should pass.
Okay, yeah.
The not going for equity is pretty real. Attack also used the Copper Adaline. I mean, second path, that's fair, although there is no chance their single card here is either of those, I think.
Well, also, wait. Attack loses to just Copper Coat, because they're going to make a 1/1 in their end step. Like, attack loses to Thalia's Lieutenant.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've decided we're not attacking.
Yeah.
Good work, everyone. We're all set. Well, basically, I also think that, like, it meaningfully impacts our opponent's plays if we leave up opt here.
Yeah.
Like, our opponent might make different decisions if they know the opt, and I think that info equity is pretty real.
Good job not attacking.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was worth analyzing.
We're dead.
It was irrelevant.
Damn.
But see, like, they might not have cast this Brave if we left them in. I mean,
yeah.
It's probably right for them to do so, but you never know. Like, all right, well, close game. We did end up narrowly losing, despite soul reading our opponent's hand. But that's okay. And by soul reading, I mean making incredibly logical deductions from play and doing no soul reads at all. But yeah.
So does all that stuff we saw make you want Spell Pierce more?
Yes. I mean, I think so.
Most of it was like cheap stuff that they're going to play on later turns, though.
That's
so Spell Pierce isn't that good.
We also saw no announcements.
Yeah.
All right, you've sold me one Spell Pierce mathematically perfect.
One Spell Pierce mathematically perfect.
Thanks, Azax. As always.
I wonder which of the two they drew. I guess we know they drew the Brave.
It makes more sense. Well, they could have had Brave in hand several turns, right?
Yeah, or they could have drawn... They could have had the Copper Coat before, but they wanted to make the
first.
token.
Yeah, okay. I think they could have drawn either, actually.
Yeah.
I think we cannot reasonably determine.
Yeah.
That seems like a keep.
I want to keep.
feels like it's nuts if they aren't playing announcements. Well, so weirdly, okay, so I've not tested this matchup extensively, so I'm not sure. But when I was playing Phoenix versus White, I wasn't sure when announcement was good in the matchup. Because, like, basically, your opponent, Phoenix, which I understand is a different name for this one, but Phoenix turns the corner really hard. So, once Phoenix starts winning, you usually die before you have time to, like, grind them out with announcements.
Yeah.
So, like, I sort of think it's possible the right number of announcements that you were supposed to play was 0. But I'm also not, like, certain of that. I was unclear. Now, this deck's a little different. This deck doesn't, I think, quite as naturally close as Phoenix does. It has to commit to playing the Drake, and the Drake is easier to remove. So, announcement is probably better against this deck than against Phoenix would be my guess. But I'm still not sure it's that great. When Once Upon a Time was legal, what was the mathematically quicker to play? I don't know what deck you mean, but 4.
4.
Are you aware that I played 4 in Tron, and the masses hated my message, but it was the truth? Let's opt.
Sure.
You gotta respond to the Dauntless Bodyguard.
Right.
Bottom?
Yeah. Might affect who they choose to protect, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Slam Ledger Trader.
Slam Ledger Trader.
Excuse me, chat. Greg's currently failing to talk. There'll be some technical difficulties. The thing you have to understand is that actually no one could be as
Slam Ledger Shredder. I got there.
Well, see, what Chad doesn't get is that no one can be as positive as Greg. In fact, they just missed 3 damage. That was weird. Greg's actually a robot.
They didn't attack?
They just didn't attack.
Okay.
I don't know why, but anyway, let's opt with intent to spike field hazard.
I love opt with intent to spike field hazard. They wanted to block.
I mean, I think we should spike field hazard.
Yep.
I mean, it's a little inefficient crit to blitzing, but it still seems right.
Yeah, we're saving 2 life anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I think I want to grow it.
Yep. And grow the blitz.
Yeah, and then we just have Stevens go.
Yep.
And I think at this point our opponent's in real trouble.
They are.
I mean, the thing about this matchup is just like, as we discussed, like, you kind of need to get the blue deck dead quick as the white deck, and what's happening right now is I would say not our opponent getting us dead quick.
Yeah.
We're going to do too much of our stuff. So, how do you feel about Slam Drake?
Slam Drake.
Even if they kill it, play a land, and hit us for 5, I think it's just fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Although, wait, we could blitz and cruise.
Oh.
Wait. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
Because, like, right, what do they have? They have to have more kill spell. Like,
well, they might have kill spelled over playing a guy there.
yeah, I guess if they have medium guys. But if they have medium guys, I guess they could have Adeline.
Mostly I just think Blitz Treasure Cruise is just incredibly good for us.
Okay, Blitz Treasure Cruise.
Whereas, I don't want to take 5. 5 is kind of a lot. And I don't know. It's actually kind of convenient because like we really didn't have a 7th card lined up for our cruise.
Yeah.
And then like next turn, if we find like 1-drops, we can like 1-drop plus Drake potentially, which is a pretty nice thing to do. Oh yeah.
Look at that! Look at that 1-of Spell Pierce.
I mean, playing it with Drake is quite a combo actually. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Naked Adeline. That's what we like to see. Okay, I think I'm down to play Drake and pass with 1-up.
Okay.
With the idea that, like, it's hard to do through Spell Pierce, although I guess it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just kill Adeline.
With the 2 spells?
Yeah.
Interesting line. Interesting spot.
I mean, the follow-up question, which is also interesting, is if we're killing Adeline, when should we do it? And I guess I think it's on their turn. Because they're going to play creatures pre-combat to grow the Adeline.
Yeah.
And then their Brave will be spell pierceable, is the idea.
Oh, right.
So, like, if we do it now, I understand the Brave is spell pierceable, but I think it would be anyway, is what I'm arguing. And, like, okay, I guess if our opponent just, like, attacks with Adeline, plays nothing? I guess that's pretty bad if they do that.
I agree to kill it now.
Okay, let's kill it now. It's too bad if they have the Brave. You're right. The do nothing Brave line, as unlikely as it is, will destroy us. So I guess we shouldn't lose to that.
This is the tank of someone who has Brave the Elements.
Oh, they have it. There was never any doubt they had it. I just wanted to make them commit mana on their turn.
Yeah.
Because what I don't like about this is that now second Adeline plus Animate Mutavault, it works.
Yeah.
I still think this is the right line overall, but there was a pretty real downside, is what I'm pointing out. They might not have creatures that have a Slane drop. I mean, yeah, but like the land second Adeline thing is pretty relevant to decision making. Your 1%. Wait, I think Brave the Elements is kind of just a great design. I think more like Brave the Elements would be good for Magic. Ooh.
I think you should play. I
might as well Shredder first. I might get a free counter.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, the only real downside is if we draw a card we want to play, but in that case, the Let Shred is...
Yeah. Love it.
And the thing about this game is, we're just at 17. And, like, while Mono White does have, like, a lot more power to grind than people sometimes get credit for, I think we are going to be able to outgrind it from 17 life and just, like, an even board. Which I think this roughly is.
Yep.
We could flood and they could have some good banger draws. It's certainly possible, but on average, I think this is a good spot for us. Oh, if we're discussing Braving Elements, by the way, I saw Elements. I liked it a lot. Very, very pleased with said film. I would recommend it. To anyone out there considering seeing the classic film Elements, bad news for you, opponent. Wait. I sort of want to let them take 3 mana Consider if that's what they want to do with their... Oh, no, wait. Except we really need to block.
We need the counter.
Yeah, we need the counter. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, never. Blank, Gobakon. Classic 2 mana do nothing. Classic 2 mana actively help us, honestly. Okay, we need to kill Recruitment Officer ASAP.
Yep.
And I will pay the 1. Definitely not playing the land. For just like millions of reasons.
Yep.
Northman, I do not think Gobakon is playable in Mono White. And I would not play it now, and I am not sure there's a metagame where I would play it, to be honest. I do not like that card. I have found it to do nothing way too often. I still don't think we should play land, really.
I don't either.
I was just trying to imagine a scenario we'd want to.
I can name a good scenario where we wouldn't want to.
Yeah. Okay, I can name the same one. I'd be like that I didn't say a scenario, I said the same one.
Yeah.
Also, I like this because, again, I'm not sure our opponent will attack here. They might attack here, and it's not unreasonable to attack, but they don't know that we have nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, just the... Interesting. Okay. Well... What do you think we should block?
The 3? Well... I guess the 3-1.
It's close, but I think it's the 3-1.
Because we might want to kill the Copper Coat. Like, if we draw a kill spell...
Yeah, that's the reason
yeah.
I think. Also... It's not like, the first Mutavault is basically a free roll.
Yeah.
But the second Mutavault is pretty real, actually, right?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that, like, they have to pay 2 mana a turn to hit us with their things is, I think, relevant. Also, we are now losing.
Agreed.
We haven't lost or anything. The game is certainly afoot, but... It's not... Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna play this.
You can play this
We really could not afford to draw 3 lands in a row thing. I mean,
yeah.
We could still get out of this, but yeah, this is now increasingly bad. I mean, now we need to find, like, Fable or Cruise or Drake. We need to, like, our next turn cannot just be, like, play a single spell and lose.
Yeah.
Well, Marceline, I'm not sure we'd be winning this game if the evasion was literally any other card. Like when you're like, you know, I get that it happens each of the spell that we happen to choose Invasion, but, like, Invasion this game was literally a card that says target opponent gains 3 life, suspend 1, Anthem.
And they had to trade away a
and sack creature. It was actually horrendous this game.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that we might now lose to it because we just can't draw a spell, but, like, the performance of here was not inspiring.
Also, discarding that, this +1/+1 counter is doing God's work.
I know.
Like,
discarding the consider was...
We would be losing this game by a lot more if we did not have this +1/+1 counter.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, I mean, we might lose. Like, look, if our opponent draws a lot of spells / Meat of Ultimate, we draw a lot of lands. I mean, we certainly... That's certainly a real issue for us, but... yeah, I pretty much stand by everything we did. Okay, well, we definitely need to block this thing.
Yeah.
I assume they're playing to sack here, but...
Or not. They're just going to put us to 3 with 3 lethal... with
yeah.
a lot of lethal threats.
But isn't sacking put us to 3 with more lethal threats?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sacking is clearly right, I think. Okay, because now there's actually only 2 lethal threats. So, like cruise into stuff like does it, for example. Wow, that is a heinous card to draw here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can cast it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think Mutavault is a Planeswalker? Would you say?
You're a Planeswalker.
All right. Well, yeah. GG's. It's David. Hello, David. I don't know what that means, but
I think it's David. Hello, David. Maybe they won't see the line
of what? Animating a single Mutavault?
Of doing anything. They missed 3 points earlier. We could be dead.
Yeah. Well, if that comes 1 turn sooner, it's a different ball game.
That's true.
Because then we Brotherhood's End. They save their thing. We kill their thing in response. We get a loot. If the loot is anything that does anything, we're okay.
Oh wait, maybe it's a different David.
But
David is a pretty common name.
But
how many Planeswalker points does Mutavault have? Was a great comment.
Well, do you think that being the GP promo counts as playing a GP for the purposes of Planeswalker points?
Then they have so many Planeswalker points.
Yeah.
And hey, Bar Sizik. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow.
Well, I didn't come here to mulligan this hand.
Me neither.
But it's a classic what should we do on turn 1 scenario.
Bar check. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, clearly Invasion's going to run away because he won that game. Also, certainly nothing else could have done it.
Yeah. Sorry about all the names that I hideously mispronounce when thanking them for following.
I would like to state that I do not apologize for any names that I mispronounce when thanking people for following.
But you don't do it very often.
No, but on the occasions I did. Wait, okay, I think the right play is red side pathway go.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then, we can haul next turn, basically.
Yeah.
It seems like Spell Pierce on 1, obviously could happen, but it's pretty unlikely.
I guess against Thoughtseize.
Oh, that's true. Maybe I should have played the other one. I'm not sure. I guess I just sort of, my contention is the amount... Ooh, a mirror or pseudo-mirror.
Nice.
Yeah, it's important to consider here that we don't know that they're not playing Phoenix, though.
Yeah.
So,
they don't know. They could be on creativity, right?
Yes, that's possible, too. All the blue-red decks look the same from this point. That still doesn't tell us.
Yeah.
So, here, I think we should slam Fable.
Love it.
Well, okay, I was going to provide some reasoning.
Okay.
I think if I knew it was the mirror, it's not clear to me that I'd slam Fable.
Because we want to be able to spell pierce a Fable.
Because spell piercing their Fable and untapping and playing yours is much better.
Yeah.
But because there's a chance this is Phoenix, and Phoenix just won RC Edmonton, it seems clear it's slamming because we don't even know that they have their own Fables to play.
Yeah.
Much less that they have one. So, and maybe it's still right to slam in the mirror. I guess my opinion is closer to in the mirror it's close, but in the probability distribution of lighter share decks, it's clearly right.
Yeah.
They could have the blue Fable. I do not think they could have the blue Fable because I do not think the piece of the puzzle is the blue Fable. The answer is I don't care about them casting Pieces because Pieces is not a good Magic card. There's my hot take for you. I mean, obviously I care a little, but like I'm pretty happy to make the exchange of we get Fable, they get pieces.
Yeah. Another Spike Field Cave. You big boys playing the Modern PT. Unfortunately, neither of us are queued for the Modern PT.
Alright, well I guess discard these 2 lands.
Yep. You only see one big boy. I'm not sure if that was a compliment or an insult.
Let's attack with our goblin.
Okay.
They might kill it, I suppose. I'm not sure what we'll do if they kill it. If they block, I'm pretty down to impulse this Sledgehammer, though.
I guess they could double spell and then block.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Yep.
Alright, well, I want to Fire Impulse this.
Yeah.
And then I think Slam Drake.
Slam Drake.
Alright.
Sure. Oh, maybe they're going to double spell anyway. Like, that makes sense, because if they find Fire Impulse, they get a Connive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unreasonable. I don't really understand why they didn't opt first, though, if that was their intent. But
I guess that's true.
yeah, I don't think any of the blue decks can... I guess they also don't have blue up. I was going to say none of them have Mystical Speed main, so it's clearly right to slam, but
yeah.
In fact, they tapped out of that mana now, so it's even more right to slam. It's funny that there are very few spells in our graveyard, though.
One of us is childish, and one of you is tall. It's dealer's choice.
Yeah, that is fair. Actually, I'm not sure that's true. I think we might both be childish.
I am the tallest member of my family. Thank you very much.
Okay, but you know that sometimes Nee tells me that?
That she's the tallest member of her family?
Yeah.
Was it true?
Well, I'm making a point here. Many would not consider Nee to be tall.
Many would not consider me to be tall, but I am factually the tallest member of my family.
Okay, I want to play Ledger Shredder.
Okay.
And I think just pass.
Yep.
If you want to look your opponent in the eye and attack with Goblin here, I respect that, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
And I don't want to play the Spiral.
What are you representing? Just another Fire Impulse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue is that I just think they might want to trade Ledger Shredder for Fire Impulse. Is the thing.
And the Goblin.
And the Goblin, yeah. Like, they might be like, oh, I guess they're offering that trade. That's fine. Block.
I believe the term is Liger for people who are the tallest member of their family without being tall.
It's probably aggressive to slam 2 Spell Pierce on this, right?
I think so. I mean, I do like that it fills the graveyard, but I think they're going to find targets.
Well, they also are playing Phoenix. There aren't Fables to Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Partially, like, next turn, we can just, honestly, Treasure Cruise for 3 on our next turn.
Yeah.
And that seems just totally reasonable to me. If they attack here, it's very interesting. Okay, they didn't. Oh, nice. A loot for everyone. I want to discard the second Pierce, I think.
Yeah. Maybe I wish we had double pierced.
It's close for sure.
Oh, Ligers are young at heart. Oh, taller than parents. Okay. Being childish should be a compliment. I think that it was intended as that and taken as that.
Okay, I think we should go to our turn.
Oh, because we've already cast one spell? Oh, we don't want to cast another?
No, we haven't cast any spells this turn.
Wait, they have 2 Ledger Shredders to our 1.
You're right. We should just do it now. Yeah. I was like, to trigger our Ledger Shredder, of course.
Yeah.
In fact, I guess it's about to get pretty awkward, the Ledger Shredder situation. But anyway, let's do this.
Yeah.
Fable, Drake, land. There's actually a lot of non-spells to take.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, I'm pretty interested in blitzing these things, but we don't have quite enough, like, juice to get that done. I guess?
So you could consider...
Which will proc both their Ledger Shredders.
Right.
But also proc our Ledger Shredder.
Right.
And actually, then we will have enough spells guaranteed to be able to blitz one of them.
What if it grows, though?
We'll still have enough. The small one will only have 4 times.
Oh, and we're gonna... Yeah.
Loot away a spell. Yeah, so I think we should do that.
Okay.
I mean, it's not great that we're proccing both players' Ledger Shredders, but it's acceptable. I don't know.
Yeah. Is Elayim the Pokemon, the like Gen 5 Pokemon that evolves into Beheeyem?
I have no idea, to be frank.
Oh, it's Elgium is the Pokemon. Evolves into Beheeyem.
Do you want to discard Spell Pierce or Land?
Oh, it's a Hebrew god.
Oh no, wait, we always discard Spell Pierce. Sorry, we need the we need the spell in the yard.
Yep.
My bad. I don't really want that.
I guess not.
I mean, it's okay, but we just have
The
two
Hebrew
spells.
gods.
Yeah, I think we should bin this.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I am interested in I think we should attack with the Goblin. Yeah. Because they block with the 4/6, we get to blitz the 4/6.
Yeah.
If they block the other thing, we just still blitz it, and we're up a treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
So it never harms us, right?
Yeah.
We can now. Should we also attack with this? Is the question. I guess no, because they block. When they block, we can still strangle blitz.
Yeah.
I think attacking both might be right.
Well, the question is, are we afraid of death on the backswing if we do that? They have no phoenixes in their yard.
I'm not afraid of death.
Okay, then if you're not afraid of death, I want to attack with both.
Well, also we're killing this turn. Remember, so
Yeah.
like
No
matter what.
I'm just like 4/6 some phoenixes.
I mean, yes, there's probably a theoretical thing they could have, but are we afraid of Pierce?
Because they discarded one?
Oh, well, that's a reasonable thing to be afraid of. I'm not that afraid, though.
Oh, that's true. We can pierce their Pierce.
Yeah, but it's an argument against attacking with both, because then we need to cast both our spells. Pierce is... Okay, it's clearly right to have the Goblin.
Okay, but worst case, the Ledger Shredders just bounce off and we're fine.
No, what if they go eat, and then we go blitz, they spell Pierce?
Wait, what do you mean by eat?
So if we attack with... Oh, no, I see. No, right. The big one doesn't eat this. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this attack's great. It's a classic everybody Dougie line.
We need to attack. We don't need
I don't know if we need to do anything. Yeah, okay, now we blitz this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, because we need the treasure. The treasure does help.
And then I think we should play a Spire Bluff.
I agree.
I know we have Fable and Ledger Shredder and lots of ways to loot, but you know what's better than looting lands?
Yeah. I didn't think they had Pierce. I mean, I know they discarded one, but...
Yeah, I don't think it's obvious that they wouldn't have discarded one even if they didn't have it. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's fine.
I mean, I like that they discarded Treasure Cruise, although I guess it makes me think they have another Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, which we kind of have to let resolve because Pierce doesn't counter it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I like that they discard Treasure Cruise. I would say, in fact, say I actively dislike it.
I see, yeah. That does make sense.
I mean, I think they might have missequenced... Oh, no, they needed the spells. No, they didn't. Yeah, they missequenced. They should have Treasure Cruise first so they could loot off their fresh hand.
That's true.
That was a Treasure Cruise into Lightning Ice Single.
To be fair, we make that mistake all the time.
Yeah, but it's still a mistake when we do it. I mean, I want to say, like, you're not wrong that occasionally we do this, but...
I'm just saying we shouldn't judge them, you know?
I'm not judging them. I just want chat to be aware that it was a mistake. It's a teachable moment.
That's most people when they're judging people claim it to be a teachable moment.
But this one is. I'm often unconvinced by the logic of many people.
Oh wait, they're right. If they cruise first, we connive and our shredders a 4/6, and then they can't.
Oh, you're right. They did it right. Never mind. My bad, chat. Our opponent played well. All right, let's attack.
Yeah.
Or at least see if we get to attack. I mean, they might not let us. What I like about this game is we have many more cards than they do.
Yeah.
And even though they have a big Ledger Shredder, it's growing and somewhat problematic, I just think that in the end, cards will triumph. I want to play this.
Yep.
And then I don't think I want to play Fable, but it's kind of debatable.
I think... Wait, we haven't played a land yet, right?
Oh, maybe Stormcraft Coast Fable with Pierce Up still is just great.
That's what
Even though it gives them the connive. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down. You're right. The only way out of this Ledger Shredder is through.
Yep. I would have made white there.
God is infallible. Uh-oh. That's scary.
Oh, Phoenix. Ugh.
I mean, giving your opponent connive is certainly dangerous. I don't think it's that likely they were not going to be able to climb on their turn anyway, though.
Yeah.
What I think is a little scary is that this can outgrow this at this point. But the thing is, even if that happens, like, the threat of Drake attacking is pretty real. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Show me what you got. It can't be a temporal trespass. They can't afford it.
Lightning Axe.
Okay, so that's annoying because I still can't spell pierce it.
Yep.
So I guess they just get to do this to me, which isn't the greatest. Yeah, I guess it all just happens.
Yep.
And then on our turn, we will well, interestingly, the threat of them taking 7 is pretty real.
Oh.
Although that's pretty good too. I think we should discard Spell Pierce Fire Bluff at this point.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, so we can, let's see, spend all our mana to attack number 7 or for 9, and then place Treader, right? With the treasure post combat.
Yeah, I want to do that.
That sounds great.
I mean, there are probably draws in their deck that punish them, but they have no cards in hand.
It's pretty hard for them to recur Phoenix from empty-handed. Obviously, it's possible.
Yeah, especially with Galvanic Iteration in the yard.
Yeah, I mean, they can do something with, like, Galvanic Iteration and a cantrip, or they can, like, treasure curse
Maybe
into some
we should
stuff.
have kept the Pierce because they're, like, all their good lines involve flashbacking Galvanic Iteration.
Well, yeah, but, like, part of why I wanted to do this was because I intended to animate this.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say we could cast the treasures, but I was thinking between what we drew, like, probably we wouldn't want to do that. Maybe that's wrong. It's close. The thing is, the untapped land was actually invaluable there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, if we discard our 2 lands and drew 2 spells, maybe that would just be fine because we didn't have a million spells.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
All right. So, got them in the pseudo mirror. I don't think we have a ton of sideboarding here.
Yeah.
I think these are probably good. I think these are probably good.
Yeah.
Spell Pierce is weird. Fading Hope is clearly bad.
Yep.
I guess, let's see. Like, the thing about Spell Pierce is it has some high-value targets, such as, like, Piece the Puzzle.
Yeah.
But it's actually hard to hit a lot of their good ones.
Right.
I suspect we want a less than 4 number.
Okay.
Like, maybe it's a 2 Spell Pierce angle.
Stroke for Delve spells?
I think that's, like, pretty narrow.
Yeah.
Strangle doesn't seem great. It's not great. It kills Ledge Shredder, which is very good.
Yeah.
And also, I think, like, I'm not sure how many Answer Ledge Shredder you're really allowed to cut. Also, I like that sometimes it kills it.
I'd kind of rather cut an Impulse than a Strangle.
Yeah, I might agree. I don't know if the sorcery speed thing is that important. I mean, Pierce is fine. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the question is really how many Ledger Shredder answers we want. Because these, I think, mostly... I mean, maybe we want -2.
Yeah, but don't we want to cut him? Why is... Because Strangle kills...
Well, the idea is just that instant speed is maybe better.
Okay, yeah, cut Strangle.
Maybe like 3 spell pieces, right? Like, this feels about right to me.
That does feel fine.
I like some removal. I think killing Ledger Shredder is pretty important.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't want to go too ham on it. Like... I don't know, seven ways to kill that where, like, these are mostly going to be reserved for exiling Phoenixes, I expect.
Yeah.
So that's saying we have 4 ways to kill their 4 high-value targets. That doesn't seem excessive to me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't hate bringing it back.
The comment was said when we still had 2 Strangles.
Oh, sorry, yes. I wouldn't even hate a 5th way to kill that if I'm imagining them reserving these mostly for Phoenixes.
Yeah, I'm just worried about, like, the number of times where Strangle won't be able to kill it because they'll play it late and trigger it on the same turn.
That's fair.
Where...
Yeah, but I still think Impulse overall better.
Yeah.
Also, I imagine that sometimes you want to kill an attacking Phoenix right then to, like, not be dead.
Yeah, I mean, I think Blue Like Jazz, the answer to the question is mono green.
If I'm not allowed to play mono green... Well, first of all, why am I not allowed to say mono green? Would you mind explaining who's preventing me? As far as I can tell, it's my stream and I'm very able to say mono green.
I could just kind of cover your mouth.
But...
I mean, I think... Would you say... This?
I believe my second choice is this deck, yes. I believe that the deck I like most after Mono Green is maybe Blue Red Drakes. I'm not I think my other consideration is Blue White Lotus, so I'm not allowed to play mono green. But those are the 3 decks I like the most. In the order, I think Green, Drake's, Lotus. But yeah, I also don't think Rakdos Sack is unreasonable. That's also up there for sure. Again, we will probably stream Sack again someday.
Dispute it.
Yeah, the thing about Ledger Shredder is that
it's very mystical.
Oh, actually, that was not what I was going to say. But I was going to say that, like, you know how, like, sometimes you're a lawyer, like Ledger Shredder, and you're involved in a legal dispute?
That is not a very good lawyer if it was defeated by a dispute.
That's true.
But
I think there's blue side, right?
Yeah. But perhaps because, like, you know, it can only deal with, like, disputes that are kind of down to earth, and that dispute was mystical. And that confounds the Ledger Shredder.
I was more thinking that lawyers are often involved in disputes.
Okay.
And so, like, you know, he was kind of, like, tied up with paperwork, and now he's gone.
Classic tied up with paperwork, now gone.
All right, let's opt.
Yeah.
I guess I can play this first.
I mean, I could imagine playing the hazard.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
The issue, yeah. Although, I feel like that being looted away is, like, really likely.
It is really likely. That seems fine.
Yeah.
All right, consider.
Yeah. They didn't teach me ghost law at Harvard. Yeah. They don't do that.
Maybe we should discard a land.
I think we should discard a hazard for the
But, like, yeah, okay, you're right. We should discard hazard. That's not horrible.
It isn't. I want to bin it because it's not that good and it grows the trigger.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Well, punished, but whatever.
It's fine.
So I want to play Hall here, right?
I think so.
I mean, Hall was the MVP last game.
That's true. Was it? Or was it the closer?
Well, I think we might have lost the game if we didn't have Hall.
That's true. They also had a Hall, so in a turn or two, like, they were going to start doing the Hall thing.
Yeah, but I legitimately think if our Hall had been another lane, we would have lost.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that makes the MVP, like, value over replacement was very high. To use a baseball term, the wins over replacement of Hall in our last game was 1. 1 game win. So that's about as good as a card can get. Interesting set of cards. So they took Lightning Axe and Temporal Trespass, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, we can check in the... Oh, because we can see what...
I just see what's not, yeah. Alright, that is going to kill it, but that's okay. Discard Steam Bits, I guess?
I think so.
I mean, it's reasonable them to do this, but I'm very happy to slam Drake, I think.
Yep.
Like, we could cruise or, like, what have you, but I think just slamming Drake is more appealing.
I love slamming Drake.
For one thing, like, if they do have any sort of counter magic in post-board, which I don't know if they do or not, honestly, but, like, it's much better to resolve the Drake because it's pretty hard to counter cruise.
Will we try mono white humans? We've streamed some mono white humans in past metagames.
I think there's honestly a chance we do, mostly because I still... Okay, here, this is a total aside. I felt like before the RC, we had a better build of mono white humans than most people, which say we played the card Niner Aaron Vios, which I think is very good.
Yeah, the Convoke one that is played in Convoke.
Right, and then everybody got like all hyped up about playing that card at Convoke, and they all forgot they could play it in mono white. And as far as I know, since like everybody's like abandoning the card, but I just still think it's good. So like I have some interest in streaming it because I want to prove that Knight Errant of Eos has what it takes. That said, I have a lot of decks I want to stream lined up right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure mono white is that high on the list. So, well, very conveniently, DC Knight Errant of Eos turns things sideways.
It sure does.
So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, you want a treasure cruise?
Yeah. Windows down and cruise.
Actually, I'm gonna play this first.
Okay.
Just in case something weird.
Of double spell pierce.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm glad we distracted you for 2 hours as requested. In fact, slightly more.
I just think like I'm gonna pay.
I think so.
I mean, I assume this means they're also gonna spell pierce, but that's still fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoughts on Rogues? Do we think it's a tier 1 deck? We definitely don't think it's a tier 1 deck.
I don't think it's a tier 2 deck. I think Rogues is egregiously bad. I would not consider it whatsoever. There's no amount of time that could be considered too little to consider rogues.
Nice. Can we get some Cat in the Hat like thoughts about rogues? Like, would you consider it on a plane?
I would not consider it on a plane.
Would you consider it on a train?
If you're gonna be Cat in a Hat, like you have to ask me about like thing 1 and thing 2.
No. Oh, sorry. Green eggs and ham. sorry. Green eggs and ham is obviously what I meant, not Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, but basically, I would not play rogues on a plane. I would not play rogues in the rain. You know, I wouldn't play rogues with a fox. I wouldn't play rogues in a box.
What are our issues with creativity? I think we still kind of like creativity.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's one of the best 4 or 5 Pioneer decks, but it's also not terrible.
Yeah.
I guess my biggest issue is that I think... Okay, I'll be precise about creativity. While we're discussing random Pioneer decks, here's how I feel about creativity. So, I think that the Gearhulk builds of creativity are bad against many things, because they're basically blue-red control, and blue-red control isn't playable.
Yeah.
And I think that the non-Gearhulk builds are bad against red-black, which is one of the more popular decks.
Yeah.
So I sort of feel like the deck's in a bind where like there's kind of a Schrodinger's creativity problem. None of the creativity builds are good, but all of them are bad in different ways.
Yeah, okay.
It's not heinous though, but one of my concerns is like I think a lot of creativity's good matchups are sort of just Steam Vent's good matchups. Like when you play creativity, like you're saying, like I think what you're hoping your opponents are playing are like spirits, maybe like mono white are good matches for creativity, but like those are just every Steam Vent's deck, and I think the other Steam Vent decks are mostly better. Like, it's hard for me to talk myself into playing creativity over this deck.
Yeah.
So.
That makes sense. I think if you want to play humans, we would suggest mono white.
I think the card Mutavault is one of the best cards in humans, and I would not cut it for those cards.
Yeah.
Mutavault, too good.
Yep.
Anyway, so, yeah, that completes our SPF League. We finished a medium 3-2 with the deck, but I still like this deck. Definitely, I think my runner-up after Stock Green for the overall Pioneer format. We'll be back Wednesday. On Wednesday, we will...
Wait, we'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. We'll be back tomorrow streaming some New Format Limited. New Format
Limited, Best Limited!
It's some of the most fun Magic you can play, so I definitely recommend checking that out.
We will be late.
Oh, yeah. It will be slightly late.
So normally we stream around 10. Tomorrow will probably be closer to 11.
Wednesday, we'll either be streaming the One Ring Tron or something else.
Yeah.
Mostly subject to whether I can obtain 4 copies of the One Ring before Wednesday. You'll see. But if I can get those physically on my Moto account, then we'll be streaming that. And then Friday, we'll be streaming that if I cannot make it happen by Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
With some more limited on Thursday.
So that's going to be the schedule for the week.
Is this someone you know?
Oh, yeah. You can
okay, nice. We'll send them there. Okay, cool. Cool. So if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to send you over to the Ham TV, who's drafting some Cube.
Old school Limited Master. You love to see it. Also, just quite the streaming experience in general.
Also, thanks, Cicera. Sorry, I can't see it because of the Cicerai. Well, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. Yeah, wait, hold on. Now I'm doing a lot of things at once.
If by bird tribal you mean Phoenix, I'm kind of skeptical, but yeah.
Yeah, but good night, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're watching on Twitch, we hope you enjoy the Ham TV stream. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to give this video a like and a subscribe because it really helps out our channel. And we'll see you late tomorrow for some new format limited. Get hyped. But until then, System Magic out.